And we're going live with Barry. Barry, welcome to the NBA Finals Watch Show. How are you doing today, Barry?
Hey, I've been trying to call you guys for the last 45 minutes. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I apologize, Barry. You know, we were a little distracted to begin, had some technical issues we had to deal with to start. I appreciate your patience and your persistency to try to keep calling us. I really appreciate that. So how are you doing tonight, Barry?
Oh, now I feel bad. I technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it.
Oh,
Jeez,
yeah,
Louise.
absolutely.
Anyway, Celtics, what's the score? I'm not watching.
So the Warriors are up 12-9 in the first quarter right now. As we, if you're for those of you watching at home, I will do my best to update the score as the game goes on, so you can see our somewhat close reactions to things as they happen. The Celtics are down 12-9.
I appreciate that.
Jason Tatum just jagged 2 free throws. So
that's okay. That's all right. It's a long series.
Mr. Money, how we doing, Mr.
I'm doing well. How you doing, Barry?
I'm okay. Not too bad. Hey, not only do we got that, but we also got the little college baseball, boys.
Oh, that's right. It's almost
college baseball.
It's almost playoff time.
I know
it's
most people don't give a shit. Sorry.
Watch your language, Barry.
Use my language. Sorry. I know.
Watch
I
your
know.
language,
It's like a cat when it grabs your tongue. You know, sometimes you can't stop. Anyway, one thing I want to talk about is last week or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I didn't call in. I had this thing with my ferret. It was hurting. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, you had this guy call in. Real weird. real weird. I think his name was Dick.
Oh, yeah.
Was his name Dick?
No, it was Rick. It was Rick, actually.
Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Super weird.
Yeah, he was just trying to be part of the conversation, which we always appreciate.
Yeah.
May not have been put in the right terms, but he was just trying to be a part of the conversation, which we always appreciate.
Sounded weird. Probably still a good guy. I bet he's a good guy.
Oh, I bet he's a good guy too. What's
I
go ahead.
could be wrong.
Oh, take them.
So you were talking about college baseball for a second. Who do you got coming out this year? I know Tennessee's apparently a juggernaut. A bunch of strong ACC schools, but I'm curious who you're thinking over there, Barry.
The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
The Chanticleers.
Coastal Carolina.
Oh yeah. They're a 6 seed, if I remember reading that correctly. Is that true?
They're a 3 seed.
3 seed. I apologize.
They're a 3 seed in the Greenville, North. Hang on, Reba! Can't you see that I'm on the phone? Jeez Louise! Because freaking beer talking on the phone is all the things I enjoy to do nowadays.
Oh, Reba.
Get off my chair.
Sorry, Reba. We just wanted to spend some time with Barry.
Jesus. I swear to God. I love her to death. She's like my right arm. You know, I can't live with her, but sometimes I just want to chop the fucking thing or the freaking thing off.
Watch your language,
Barry.
Sorry.
That's okay. We appreciate her just worrying about you and caring for you. That's what true love is. Am I right?
She's great. She's the best. She's the best. I swear I shouldn't say those type of things. Anyway, I better go or else she's really going to get up my can. It's always a pleasure talking to you, fellas.
Best to you and
Mr.
Reba as well.
Yep. Celtics in 5.
Yeah, I like that. Good answer, Barry. Good answer, Barry. Well, we appreciate you calling in.
5.
Thank you so much, Barry.
All right, watch your fingers. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry, for being persistent with us and making sure we got started on time. Thank you all for tuning in. For those of you just tuning in, that was our favorite caller, Barry, tuning in just to make sure he gave us 2 cents on this series. He predicted Celtics in 5, but we'll talk about it more as the night goes on. I know G-Money's not agreeing with that, but we'll get on to that. Appreciate you all for tuning in to Northside Plugged. As always, BossDan, G-Money, G-No to my left.
How y'all doing?
Just the 2 of us this evening, so I figured with the 2 of us and with Game 1 of the Finals, I figured why not do a little live watch, you know? You got the game on the TV, you put us on your phone, just kind of see what we're talking about, see what we're doing. You know, some of my favorite personalities, you know, one of my favorites, Barstool Sports, they do it all the time. They've been doing it for years, you know, where the game is off screen, you can't see it. but we see it behind our camera, so we can have somewhat of instant reactions. If it's a little delayed, that's even better, because then you see what happens, and then you see our reaction to what's happening,
right?
Which is my favorite, because it's like, oh, I saw that. Let me see what BossDan and G Money have to say about what happens.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then there's that few seconds, and then you see their reaction. You're like, yep, there it is. There's their reaction to the Jason Tatum poster, or whatever it is, or Steph Curry 50-foot-3, or whatever the crazy moment may be of this series.
Yeah,
but we're very excited for this series. Talked a little bit about it last week. We talked about the Eastern Conference Finals wrapping up last week. I thought Chris was going to speak a Jimmy Butler resurgence into existence.
Almost.
He almost did. The whole time I was watching Game 6, I was like, man, did Chris just like push Jimmy Butler over the edge? Because he's dropped, 47, 48 in Game 6, and then he played all 48 minutes of Game 7.
Yep. It's going nuts, but
man,
not enough.
It was honestly nerve-wracking a little bit, because that comeback at the end of Game 7 was intense. All right, we got another caller.
It was going crazy.
What's going on? You're on with Northside Plugged. Who's this?
What up? It's Frankie Tongues.
Frankie Tongues. Great to hear from you. How are you doing this fine Thursday evening?
I've got some things to say. First off, I'm not your favorite caller.
Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't think you were hearing that. You're my favorite caller. I don't care what I told Barry. You're my favorite caller.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're my favorite caller. Don't let Barry tell you anything else. You're my favorite caller, Frankie Tongues.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. How we doing tonight, boys?
Doing well, Frankie. How you doing?
Doing well.
Doing well. We got the Celtics plus 3.5.
Oh, okay.
And we also have the under on this game.
Under.
The under.
What was the total of that under?
219 and a hook. All right.
219 and a hook. Okay, that's a lot of points.
That game seven, that hook got me. The hook got me really, really bad.
Yeah. That was a tough ending to that game. I can see why. You had did you have the over or the under in that game?
Jaylen Brown with the 2.
I had the over.
Oh, you had the over. So that little scoring burst almost helped you out, but not enough. You'd missed by just one more point.
Yeah. Could have been. Tough. Your free throws are free. You got to make the free throws.
Woo! You do have to make the free throws are free.
Y'all got to stop Steph Curry too. 3-pointer, baby.
Steph just hit another 3 for those. Steph just hit another 3, so it's 23-16 right now.
Oh, better got that 3.
But yeah, 219 is a lot of points. I think with the way both these teams play defense, I feel like they came out kind of hot to start the first, but I don't think that's going to continue for the next 4 quarters. I think it'll start to slow down in the second and third. So I like the under of 219 as well, even though I'm not a betting man myself.
Yeah,
vicious dunk.
Yeah, I got a problem. It just happens.
Hey, it's
just love to win some money.
Yeah, it's not a problem if you keep winning. So.
Yeah, all you gotta do is win.
What's
like DJ Khaled said?
All we do is win. Exactly like DJ Khaled said. What's your predictions on the series there, Frankie Tongues?
I think it's gonna go to Game 7.
Game 7.
Celtics pull it out.
Ooh, I like that.
Airball.
Celtics in 7.
Jaylen Brown.
That's 2 callers in a row picking the Celtics, and I really like that. I like that.
Good.
I like that. I like that home mentality they got, or that. I don't want to say favorite mentality, because I think the Warriors are still the favorite, but I like being picked by at least my second and my first favorite caller, Frankie Tongues.
Yeah. Yep. All right, pal. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, Frankie Tongues, for calling. We appreciate you.
Grab a beer this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get together. We'll grab some beer.
Dang.
Perfect. Some Miller Lite.
Oh, yes.
Have a great night.
Thanks, Frankie Tongues. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Frankie.
And that was our actual favorite caller, Frankie Tongues. Appreciate both him and Barry for calling in early as they started. Grant Williams just took a classic Grant Williams fall where he tried to jump too early on a play and just got upended.
But it worked.
But it worked. It worked. I guess it drew the foul.
And y'all get it too from Derek White.
Now, Derek White came out in those last few games of that series. Like, I never expect him to be like a scoring option, because I think usually when he's out there, there's at least 2 or 3 other guys that I'd rather go to.
Yeah.
But he's had some great shots and some great shooting games, at least at the end of that Heat series. I know they can change with the way the Warriors play.
Mm-hmm.
But as we watch this game, I guess let's just talk about our expectations and our predictions for this series, as Clay hit another 2. So
yes, sir.
25-20 in the first quarter. Sorry, not 256. to 20. That would be terrible.
Teeing up.
But I'm gonna be honest, and you can go back to old shows and call me out on it. There were some points in this playoff series that I had no faith left in the Celtics team.
For sure.
In that Bucks series, I thought we were done after that losing Game 5 at home. That Game 5 at home. I had not a lot of confidence after the collapse of Game 5 of the Heat series as well. I think those were both games that I was very nervous about, and they kind of just left a bad taste in my mouth because in crunch time with this team, they just sometimes they just have a tough time closing games. You know what I mean? And the end of Game 7 is a perfect example of how that happened. You know, so that's where my concerns were. But after the winning both of the last series in 7, sweeping the Nets, I feel like I can't doubt this team anymore. I just got to ride them, and I think it's going to go 6 or 7 either way it goes.
For sure.
I
agree.
I'm going to say Celtics in 7 or 6, and we'll get G Money's prediction after this next caller. What's going on? You're on with Northside Plugged. Who's this?
Hey, this is Slater, dude. I don't know, Big Dan, Westy, and G Money, you know, bro. G Money's my guy. You know, I'm from California, and I don't think I see you wearing all this, Celtics gear. And I don't know, man. What's your vibe? How do you think the Celtics are going to win this game? How do you think the Celtics are going to win this series, bro?
Go ahead.
I just, was on the beach today, you know, down in Santa Monica, and I was riding some gnarly waves, you know.
No.
I may have lit up a bowl or two, you know.
Of course, you have to in that Cali sun.
Not too much, you know, I don't want to drown.
Yeah, you got to be responsible.
As I was looking in the sun, I saw this golden sun. It was gnarly, bro.
That's dope.
And I was Golden State in 5.
Woo! I like that.
All right, Slater. I mean, I agree. I think for a lot of people, and even myself, sometimes I think I want to count the Celtics out. But like I said, I doubted them against the Nets, I doubted them against the Bucks, and I doubted them against the Heat, and they proved me wrong every single time. So at this point, you've already won 12 games against 3 great teams. Why not win another 4 against one of the best teams of the past decade of this league? I think there's been other Celtics teams in the past that you could say are more talented, like the Kyrie and the Hayward teams, but those teams weren't just built like this team. They didn't have the same energy, the same tenacity that I think that Ime Udoka has brought to this organization. In 1 year, he's brought this team to another level that I love Brad Stevens, and he's done great as an executive so far, but without his foundation, this team wouldn't be where it was. But Ime has just kind of pushed them over the edge with, of course, the growth of Tatum being a first All-NBA player, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, Jaylen Brown taking another step, Al Horford playing phenomenal at 35. I was surprised when ESPN. Did you see this ESPN stat that it said the Celtics had an 86% chance to win?
I did, yeah. I'm like, what's going on?
That was ridiculous. I didn't I was surprised the Celtics were favored, let alone by that much.
Yeah.
Oh, computers, man! They're just like the devil. They're just ruining this country.
They really
are. You can't trust the computers. The machines are taking over, man.
For sure,
they are taking over.
It's too gnarly. But I'm really high right now, so I just got to get off the phone, and just ride this wave of life.
Well, I feel it.
I think you should call your moms tonight and tell them you love them, and just be on the lookout. Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5. All right.
Hey, appreciate the good vibes.
Thank you, Slater. We appreciate your call.
Absolutely.
There's our first Warriors prediction right there from Slater all the way out in Cali, enjoying the surf and the sun and the smoke, if you will. That sounds like a great day to me, honestly. Living out in Cali, smoking, surf, sun. How can you beat that?
Anticipating the game. Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I mean, starting to turn around the summer. I don't know what the surf's like in the Bay Area, but it's probably pretty good, at least at this time of year.
That was a nice little picture right there.
Yeah, we appreciate him calling in and bringing us to a little bit of that warmth and that sunshine right now. I could feel the sun on my skin after that one.
Right.
All right, so I gave my prediction. Slater gave his Warriors in 5. I want to hear your initial thoughts. We'll talk more as the game goes on, of course, but kind of your just initial thoughts.
Well, I'm just super excited for this finals. I mean, it's, you can't really ask for a better finals for the 75th anniversary season, right? You've got the Celtics, who are pretty much the most, you can argue with the Lakers, but the Celtics, who are the most storied franchise in the league, if not all of sports, and really the team that really helped propel initially the whole NBA. Shout out to my sweater. And
big fan of the association.
Absolutely.
Right here. Big Adam Silver fan, this guy.
Absolutely. And I got to shout out my guy, David Stern, because without him, man, where would the league be? But, Celtics, and then you've got the New Age dynasty with the Warriors who are trying to win as many chips as they can, and who knows, maybe they'll win 11, just like your guy, Bill Russell. So I think it's a great just kind of duality of old versus new, kind of young versus old in a sense. And it's exciting times, and you've got two really great teams that deserve to be in the finals. Not that other teams don't, but it's just like these teams have just been playing, they've just been balling all year. And look at Clay with that face; he's trying to get back in the game.
Clay looks so much like with the hair, like him growing out his hair and the headband. He just looks like so much more of a ball, like a ball, like just it's like a mature veteran who's like, I know I can drop 30, 40 whenever if I really wanted to in this game.
Absolutely. So I mean, man, y'all know I'm riding with the Warriors all the way. I'm always gonna be as long as we got Steph, Clay, and Draymond, at least, you feel me? I'm always gonna be confident in the squad, and I don't know, man. Like I just feel like they're both obvious. Oh, don't leave that man that open. Don't leave that man that open. Come on, y'all.
I'm gonna be honest, Payne Pritchard.
Come on, y'all.
Not the best of defenders.
Steph Curry, they left my man Steph Curry wide open. Nobody's getting. I can tell you right now, y'all ain't winning the championship if that's going to be your defense. There's going to be adjustments. It's going to be a long series. Derek White's going to jag that. And, and yeah, man, I'm feeling confident, to be honest. As a Warriors fan, I'm feeling very confident. I like Jordan Poole in his first NBA Finals. I like Andrew Wiggins in his first NBA Finals. I love Clay being back, right where he left off, basically. They're going to leave Draymond. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
you can leave
we
him
can leave
open.
Draymond.
I get that.
That's I think that's 1-3 we can definitely leave there.
Yeah, but don't leave them too open. But yeah, man, I mean, overall, I'm just super excited about the series. I love the color waves of both teams. And I know that the Lakers are salty right now. They're sitting at the crib salty right now, watching the Celtics play, and then seeing the Warriors come back. Like they're just like, oh, this should be us. This should be the Lakers versus the Celtics in the 75th season. This should be the storybook. But I mean,
hey, the Warriors have the third most championships. Them and the Bulls are tied with 6.
No, Warriors don't have 6, do they? They have, because they've won 3.
I think they have some from the Wilt era.
Right. I think they only won 1.
Maybe not. Bro. Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I saw
I could be wrong,
false graphic. I could be wrong, too. I don't know.
Who got injured? Dang.
That was an and one by Jason Tatum.
Oh, Iggy's back in the game, and he got already injured.
See, if Iguodala's on the team, then I should be scared, honestly.
Yeah,
and
we got Iggy, dude.
If Iggy's in there, the Finals MVP of 2015.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2016 was the Cavs, and then 17-18 were the Warriors, right? Or 2016.
2016 was Cavs, 2017 and 18 was the Warriors. Yeah.
19 was the Raptors, 20 was the Lakers, 21 was the Bucks. Yep. There it is. See, math.
Nice.
Good accounting by us.
Don't remind me of accounting. Dog. That was a nightmare back in college. Accounting class, bro, that was horrible.
Yeah, they're not the funnest of times. But that was Jason Tatum completes the N1 to make it 28-29.
Close game.
But I mean, to bring back up who you were talking about, and you brought him up kind of at the end with Poole and Wiggins. I mean, you can argue like without them, the Warriors might not be where they are.
No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, especially with those guys stepping up while Clay continued to recover. When Draymond went out for a little bit, even when Steph went out, they've all had their injury issues this year. But those guys stepped up. Looney stepped up. Gary Payton stepped up. They had a lot of guys step up for them to kind of hold over until their big 3 came back. And,
absolutely.
And I got to give a lot of credit to Steve Kerr because he's still one of the best in the league. Sure, a lot of people want to just say, like, it's hard to lose with that kind of talent, but you have to game plan to give this guy that space.
Get off him.
Steph hits another 3. My goodness, Steph.
He's hungry, bro. I'm telling you, G. I was thinking about this. Sorry.
No, go ahead. That's what we're all about.
Coming into this, man, I'm like, dang, G. Like, everybody's been saying, this. You were saying earlier, like, the Celtics have been battle-tested the whole playoffs. I 100% totally agree. They've had to earn and work their way towards this NBA Finals. Not that sync this half court.
Oh, I thought that was going in.
32-28, first quarter. Warriors way, looking good so far. Very exciting first quarter. But yeah, as we wait for the second quarter, everybody's been saying, oh, the Warriors haven't been as battle tested in the playoffs thus far. You know, they had an easier route, and I'm like, yes, okay, but at the same time, man, I'm not worried about the other play. Like, I'm not worried, to be honest, because I just feel like they are yet to play their best basketball. That's where I'm trying to go.
Okay.
You know, they have yet to play their best basketball. They have yet to be even challenged to this point yet. So I think that the Celtics are going to bring the best out of the Warriors. I think the Celtics are going to make the Warriors struggle a little bit more. You know, we'll see how this game continues. But definitely throughout the series, you know, their defense is going to clamp up, especially once they start making adjustments and everything. And the thing is, too, man, you know, I'm hoping that the Warriors take game one, but say that we do, I'm not like, oh, you know, I'm not going to be after the game like, oh, we got this in the bag, yada, 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 because I think every single game one of this playoffs, the Celtics have lost.
Correct.
Right? And y'all,
except for the Nets.
Except for the Nets, but
that was a sweep.
But still, you feel me? They beat they lost to the Bucks and they lost to the Heat. So it's like you cannot snooze on this Celtics team.
And I think I even said to people earlier who I was talking with that I think the Celtics were the Warriors were going to win tonight because they had a lot of time to kind of rest. You know what I mean? Like they had 3 or 4 extra days compared to the Celtics.
Yes,
Celtics had a grueling 7 games against the Heat. They were bodies everywhere. I think Jalen and Jason both played over 40 minutes. I think Smart and Al both played 40 or something close to minutes. So a lot of their key guys played a lot of minutes. So if there's a little lag, and I mean flying from the jet lag you get from, I don't know if like that if it can be that big of a deal when you're there for a couple days before the game starts.
Right.
But once like the series gets going, that could affect it when you have to go from Boston to San Fran. Those 6-hour flights might add up once we get later into the series. But yeah, I mean, the Warriors in Chase Arena, it's hard. Steph's already hit 6 threes in the first quarter. That's sick.
You said how many threes?
6.
Woo!
Which is a finals record. So, hey, Celtics, I'm not an expert, but you should try to contain Steph if you want to win this series.
6 in the first? Come on,
if he scored 18, he scored over half their points. I mean, if you want to win this game, you gotta
play some defense.
You gotta play some defense on the best shooter in basketball history. That's just my theory. I'm not an expert, but. All right, Sean Vitello all the way from Massachusetts says, Northside boys, how we feel about the 14-4 record on the road for the C's, 16 by Sunday. So in the playoffs, the Celtics are 14-4.
I don't know about that.
That's interesting. They love to have the road dog mentality. It's kind of tough to have that as a 2 seed as the Eastern Conference Finals, and I get that they don't care where they're playing. They're just going to play basketball and dominate, but
this is Golden State.
I would be curious to see those numbers about the home record, because the fact that you lost, like especially that Game 5 against the Bucks, the Game 3 or 4 against the Heat. I don't remember which one it was. Like some brutal games you lost at home. Like sure, you won a lot of great games on the road, like Game 6 in Milwaukee, Game 7 in Miami, but you had a lot of tough home games in that stretch to kind of force your hand to win those road games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steph Curry, 21 points in the first, most in the finals quarter since Michael in 93.
Wow. Get off him.
I think, I honestly, after seeing that, Steph is on a mission to win a finals MVP. After winning the Western Conference Finals MVP, and everyone...
He's been listening to it all week.
Exactly. Everyone's like, will Steph ever step up and win the finals MVP, blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, you had Andre, and then you had KD win the other 2.
Yes, sir.
So I can see why, classic critics want to say
sorry.
No, you're good.
There's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Otto Porter. Is he still getting paid by the Bulls? Is that how that works? Do they do that in the NBA like they do that in baseball?
Oh, yeah, they do that.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard answers right back, though. All right.
It's more of a buyout situation.
Yeah, where it's we pay this amount for you to kind of get lost.
Oh, wow. Yeah, give us that file. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's 35-31 right now. Warriors are up.
Thank you, as I'm trying to type up.
No, it's
numbers.
cool. We gotta hold each other accountable in this episode. It's a little damn one, Draymond Green. Get off us. There's gonna be a lot of growling, a lot of noises.
A lot
tonight.
of noises in this. A lot of noises in this broadcast. That's for dang sure. So make sure to keep tuned in, and we appreciate you all for tuning in. Sean said PP with the big PP. Yeah, fast PP as his Instagram handle is called.
Come on, Draymond.
Draymond misses the N1 free throw. Very classic. 37-31.
2 points, 1 for 6 field goal.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this lineup right now for the Celtics. You got Derek White, Tice, Pritchard, Grant Williams, and Jason Tatum.
You got Jason. You Gucci. That's off.
Yeah, but I don't like Derek White.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sleeping on him.
I was literally about to say I don't like Derek White taking so many threes, but then
he's decent.
I mean, he has great moments like where he shows that he's been asked to step up. He's been in with his team for less than half a year. He was required at the deadline. Just a perfect fit where he's like a defensive-minded guy first, which is what they needed to come off the bench. But he's shown that he can score in the playoffs, which has been great. And especially, like I said, in that ending of the Heat series, he kind of stepped up and provided a bench scoring option that we didn't really have for a couple games there. So for him to step up in that role was huge, and it's that dad strength of his new son Hendricks. That's what's providing him all this skill as he dribbles that off his own foot and forces a turnover to himself.
That. Clay, three money. Oh, let's go.
Oh, Tice, don't jump, bro.
Oh, get that back. Oh, little Larry Bird.
And one.
Oh, man, sorry. Oh, yeah, that would have been Larry Bird.
I thought Tice was gonna get dunked on.
That would have been Larry Bird-esque.
Oh, Grant Williams, go to the hoop,
get off
bro.
that. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, swing it.
I'll take him. Yeah, I thought Jason should take that.
Oh, send Otto Porter
Jason
back
should
to
take that.
Yep, corner.
Good
One
pass.
more.
That's not who you want.
No,
to shoot,
Daniel.
But he makes it anyways. Wow.
I feel like the Celtics are full of players where I see them shoot a three and I'm like, no. And as soon as it goes in, I'm like, yes.
Hey, he was a bull, man. He's decent, bro. Daniel Tice is decent.
Getting him, I mean, he was an addition we got back at the deadline too, which is huge because, I mean, we had just like no height off the bench, and him coming back was a huge piece, especially with Robert Williams' injury issues so far this playoffs.
Yeah.
Getting him back was a big piece that I honestly would have never expected him to come back, but to see him back and doing like the same things that we needed him to do while basically everyone else, like, especially when Jalen and Jason got better while he was gone, it's just been a huge step forward.
Yeah, shout out to your front office for sure.
Yeah, Brad Williams just stepping into that GM role. Sorry, Danny Ainge, that they finally got back to a finals without you. But your Nets trade is what got us back here. So we can't thank you enough. And we can't thank the Nets
Three
enough.
monies.
We can't thank the Nets enough for sending us those draft picks to get Jalen and Jason. I don't think that thanks can be done enough.
They need a Celtics timeout.
And the Celtics called timeout
on that
after
one.
another Otto Porter 3. See, you guys have only hit one more 3 than us, which is crazy.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, I think it just said 8 for 17, 9 for 17. So basically the same shots.
It's a close game.
I mean, it is a 7-point game, but I think it's gonna be a lot of small runs like that.
It's gonna be a lot of shooting,
to drop.
man. It's gonna be a lot
of shots, a lot of threes. Like I don't know if the previous 4 or 5 finals have set records for the amount of threes, but I think this one is gonna be like exponentially bigger in the terms.
6 already in the first, man?
Yeah, he's already made 6 in the first. And in terms of not just makes, but just attempts in general.
Yeah.
Because the Celtics this postseason have just not totally relied on the 3, but they've made it like a focal point of their offense where it's like they'd rather give Grant Williams a corner 3 than someone else like a 15-footer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not necessarily a knock, and that's just kind of how the league is nowadays, thanks to teams like the Warriors kind of pushing the ball outwards and spreading the floor, which I'm totally not against. So it's basically just kind of beating them at their own game, and I think the Celtics are going to try that while also playing their defense. But the Warriors' defense is not terrible. Like they play some great defense as well.
Very good, man.
That's why I really like the under that Frankie Tongues took. Because both these teams are defensive. It has been high scoring to start, but I do think it's going to slow down. I don't think that these teams are going to continue to play at this pace for 48 minutes.
It'll get defensive by the mid third quarter to fourth quarter, you know, because the Warriors are going to come out in that third quarter with a bang. Bang!
Bang! No Mike Breen to start the series is also very sad.
Wait, what's going on with him?
He's on COVID list.
Oh.
Him and Jeff Van Gundy are both out.
Oh.
So it's Mark Davis and Mark Jackson doing the game
No wonder,
tonight.
because when I heard Game 7, I'm like, where's Mike Breen, bro?
Yeah, so Mike was out for Game 7 because of COVID, and he's still out he's still out today. Jeff Van Gundy also went on the list. Did you hear Jeff Van Gundy on the Game 7 broadcast? He just sounded like he had COVID.
Really?
Like he just sounded sick the whole time, and I was like, because I knew Mike Breen was out, and I was like, are we sure that Van Gundy's not sick? Because he doesn't sound 100%.
And he just
sounded like he just had like a little grog in his throat, like he literally had like phlegm in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just didn't sound healthy, and like to see him come out as also on the COVID list was just like the least shocking thing I've heard. Because after hearing him in Game 7, I was like, bro, you need a lozenge. Like, you need some Halls right now, like ASAP.
Damn, that sucks, man. That's especially in this series, you know. Well, there's gonna be a lot of bangs for Northside Plugged. We're
bang. There's nothing worse, and I love the memes where it's like, there's nothing worse than your team being down by a lot and just hearing puts up the 3, bang, and you're just like, damn. Or my favorite's the puts it in, and then you're just like, no,
puts it in.
They go up 12, and your team's just like down. And you're just like, no.
Hey, can you play Mike Breen bang for us while we're on commercial? We need a Mike Breen bang just to lighten the mood.
Mike Breen bang is the first thing. Mike Breen's most iconic bangs of all time. 5 million views, and it's been 2 years. This is the greatest video on the internet. I'm officially saying.
What is it? 3 bangs, 2 Adderalls. Oh, this is not what I want to see. I don't like that bang at all. Not against my sons, man. Not against my sons.
This one.
James catches, puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His 3-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Like, imagine being a Spurs fan in that situation. You just see her bang, like you're seconds away from winning the finals, and you just see Ray Allen hit the 3. Bang! Like that's a dagger.
You're like, where's Tim Duncan, yo? Where's Tim Duncan?
Chris Bosch with the huge.
Yo, we should low-key probably take this off so we don't get copyright.
Yeah, those two bang. That bang was good enough. That's one of the best bangs of all time.
For sure.
Out to Allen, bang. Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to Mike Breen coming back as the legend that he is. He's synonymous with the 21st century finals to me, at least the past decade plus.
Oh, for sure.
Of him doing it. I feel like he's been doing it. I don't know if he did I don't think he did when the Celtics won in 08. I don't think he was on the call, but I can't be 100% sure on that. But I mean, his calls in the past dozen years. I mean, with the Warriors finals, the block by James, like that call will always be remembered. That bang, the Steph bang, the double bang against the Thunder, bang, bang, and Steph's just like shimmying his way down the floor. I'll never forget those, and he's always iconic, and we're very much looking forward to having him back. Oh, that's a charge.
Oh, that's a block. Come on now. He's moving.
No, I know there was a block.
No, that ain't. That's
I was just hoping they would call a charge, but that was definitely a block.
He ain't respected like that. Not against Klay Thompson.
Look at
the battle of the headband
I was going to
bros.
say the headband bros. I was practicing my referee calls yesterday, the charge, the offensive foul, going the other way.
We got an official referee right here, bro. Already on his way. Next to it, you got to hit high school. You've hit grade school.
5 seconds. That was it. That was a 5-second violation. I wonder if I can actually do it right and get the timing down. I have to look at the clock and see if I got to get that 5 seconds down to make it an official second, not just like whatever my arm goes. 5 seconds. So 44-37 still. I have no idea what just happened. Marcus Smart always is just chaos is around him, so he did something chaotic to get the ball back.
Jordan Poole's looking a little bright-eyed right now.
Oh, Jason.
Nice.
That's good. That's good recovery and good help defense in the key there.
I love Jordan Poole in the transition, dude. Like
he's very quick and he makes good decisions and
splash. Weddy, 10 points up. Let's go. Uh-oh.
Still early in this game. We just need to get a bucket, an easy one here, preferably. No, Jalen, please drive. It's 15-footer money.
Yeah, that's good.
His mid-range is whenever he shoots a mid-range, I feel very confident. I feel like if he played in the league like 10 if he played in the league like 10, 15 years ago, he would only shoot mid-range jumpers. He would just like live in the mid-range. But since the game's just included the three so much more, he shoots threes. But I swear, like if he played a few years ago, he would just live in mid-range land. Jaylen Brown. Sure. He just seems like that kind of player. 39-47, about halfway through the second quarter here. The Warriors continue to shoot lights out, or continue to shoot well from 3-point range, and that's what's given them this early advantage. Just the volume and the efficiency that they always shoot threes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And good pass. Attaboy, Robert.
Inside.
Good
Robert Williams.
little roll to the hoop by Robert there, and quick timeout by Kerr as it goes back to a 6-point game, 41-47, with just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
So this is kind of what we expected so far. Kind of high-scoring game, fast-paced. Both teams running up and down. Yeah, it's looking good. Oh. We see Obi-Wan Kenobi promo over here on the TV, so I got to ask you, BossDan. And quick little disclaimer: during this episode there may be Kenobi spoilers, so just if you haven't seen Kenobi yet, just keep an eye out on that. Maybe just mute us. Don't leave that dialed. You just mute us. We'll let you know when we're giving spoilers, so you can hit that mute. But yeah, man, Kenobi is off to a great start with 3 episodes in, 10 years after the crazy events of Revenge of the Sith, and it's just been awesome to be back in the Star Wars journey and in the true canon of it all.
It's sorry, I'm fixing something right quick. I have thoughts. Give me like 2 seconds. My favorite part. Sorry. Come on, do your magic. All right, cool. Some of my favorite things about it, I think just seeing Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan Kenobi has been something that I think people have been waiting since Revenge of the Sith.
For sure.
I think just the way he plays the character, everyone loves it and appreciates it. So to see him in this role again has been phenomenal. I'm just gonna put big spoiler warnings over the front of this broadcast, just so everyone who tunes in and is tuning in late or doesn't want to get spoilers, just so they know.
Spoilers is popping.
Yeah, spoilers are coming. We did it with the Doctor Strange. We're doing it for Obi-Wan because we respect the fans and we want people to enjoy the content out as it is.
On your own terms.
Yeah, on your own terms. On your own terms. So we'll be talking some Kenobi. Can I go this way? Oh, yeah. We're going to get so much text on the screen now.
Oh, I like that.
So much. It's...
mayhem you watch. Maybe move it down just a little bit lower. That's funny. That's hilarious.
So you got text moving to the left, text moving to the right, and then you have the score up top. So there's so much text going on the screen right now.
Throwing people up, bro. You go get
Beantownification said this is fun. It is fun right now. Are you having fun, Beantownification? Are you having fun watching this game? Because I'm stressed out. So in between commercials and during the game, we'll talk about Obi-Wan. So you have Obi-Wan Kenobi in spoilers inbound going this way. Then you have our caller line and comment line going. It's hard. That way. Nope. That way.
This way.
That way. Sorry, I gotta go this way. Kenobi spoilers. Comments. Score up top. G Money, all like as we were setting up for the show, G Money looks at me and said, "Did you watch part 3 of Obi-Wan?" And I gave him like a look. I was just like, so he was like, "All right, so we'll have to talk about it." And then we just saw a commercial for it as it was promoted and it's sponsored. It's funny. My favorite thing of seeing is presented by Obi-Wan Kenobi from Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus, ESPN is under the Disney umbrella, so it's
Disney's just sponsoring
its own
you know
content.
What I mean? Yeah.
Like when they were during the finals when they had the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, and all the Marvel and Star Wars stuff. It's like, okay, I get we have an exclusive thing. It's like, yeah, because you're all owned by the same parent company,
conglomerate.
The same conglomerate. And don't get me wrong, I'm a slave to the mouse. Everything that company produces, most of the stuff they produce, I'm a sucker for. So
yeah,
and I have been for life, and I probably will always be. So
for sure.
But we're back in the game. Well, we will talk Kenobi as action goes down, probably as the night goes on. But part 3,
wow.
That's all we'll say for now.
Hey, I gotta ask you, just kind of ease into it. Was when you were watching, was it like lagging a lot?
Oh, Marcus Smart for 3.
Ooh, they gave you the 2. That sucks.
That's all right. No, mine wasn't lagging.
Oh, then it was just my internet connection.
It could be. I've honestly had some issues with Disney Plus in the past, so it could be just like a Disney Plus app issue. It might not necessarily be your internet connection.
I feel like a lot of people may have just been watching one because I watched it around like 6 or 7 or whatever.
In the morning?
No.
At night?
Like
okay.
Prime time.
Okay, yeah. So it could have just been a lot of people trying to stream it at once. I thought you were like streaming it like hours after it got out.
No.
Yeah, his foot was definitely on the line there.
Foot's on the line.
But no, mine wasn't lagging. Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. Jason Tatum already was 7 assists to continue to show that he's the playmaker he is. I would love to him to get north of 30 though, and 1.
Oh, they didn't give him the foul.
Sir, you can blow the whistle on Steph Curry. It's okay. It's not going to blow you up. Yeah, Wiggins in the corner.
Oh, frick.
If it's anyone besides like Poole, Steph, or Clay taking a 3, I think that's a good possession. I'm gonna be honest. If Steph, Clay, or Poole is not taking a 3, that's a good possession in my book. Steph's had too many open looks, but is back to a 2-point game. It is 47-45. Man, this is exactly what we were all expecting. Steph 3, bang. Oh, we didn't get the hometown roll.
We're getting a little quiet because the game is starting to rev up.
Yeah, sorry, it's getting a little closer now.
Tied 47-47, man.
Baby. Tie game. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, throw it in the comments. I want to hear your bold predictions for the series. What do you think? What do you think the series is going to end in? Who's going to be X Factor, top performer? Let's go with X Factors. We'll just do our respective teams. Might as well. My X Factor, I'm going to say. I'm going to go Robert Williams because if he stays healthy and he can play consistent minutes for the whole series, then it's going to provide better defensive inside defense. I don't know why I was struggling to say that, but because his health has been very shaky the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
So if he can finally get to a consistent playing where he can play the same amount of minutes, like 25, 30 minutes a game, for the whole series, then I think that's going to be a huge factor into the paint scoring for the Warriors, and force them outside. Which I mean, do you really want to do that? But at the end of the day, you don't want to give them the easy shots. So to make them just force themselves outside of the paint all series, I think Robert Williams would make a huge factor in that to eliminate Looney or guys like Wiggins or Clay or Steven Steph driving to the paint like they can do, because some of those guys are phenomenal finishers. Steph is a wonderful finisher around the rim when he gets that space. He's able to create his own space, but the way Robert Williams and his length and his jumping, I think, is going to be a huge factor to keep this series within reach. So who do you think the Warriors' X factor will be?
No, I agree with you on the Celtics tip. I gotta say it's Andrew Wiggins, man. I feel like that's gotta be everybody's X factor for the Warriors, because I mean it's between him and Jordan Poole, but I have a little more confidence that Jordan Poole is. I don't know. I feel like offensively I've got more confidence than I do in Andrew Wiggins. I think Andrew Wiggins is a great two-way player. It's just he can be a little inconsistent at times. So it's like if Andrew Wiggins is playing consistently on both ends of the floor, it's gonna be scary for the Celtics. And you know what? Just to throw in another one, I think Keon Looney is a big X factor as well, because just like you said with Robert Williams, just that extra right here rebound, offensive rebound, and X factor Andrew Wiggins. There we go
Looney
again.
With another offensive rebound.
Go. Right there. Right.
See,
on cue.
the battle between Looney and Robert Williams / Al Horford, that's no one's been talking about that matchup because it's easy to talk about Tatum, Curry, Thompson, Brown, Smart, Poole, but those inside guys, that's the part of the game that if whatever team consistently wins those battles is the one that's going to have an easier time in this series. And Looney just got 2 offensive rebounds, which the Celtics have given up a lot of offensive rebounds this postseason, so it's nothing new in my eyes. That was definitely a shot clock violation because that didn't hit rim. I love Marcus Smart, don't get me wrong. I love him and I trust him. And that was great defense by the Warriors to force the end of the shot clock throw up. But he's gotten much better about shooting threes.
going.
Marcus Smart has. But sometimes, like that last year where he just airballed it, sometimes I'm just looking at him and I'm like, Marcus, I love you, man. I love and I trust you. You're the longest tenured Celtic, but sometimes I just don't think you should be shooting as many threes. But he's going to do what he does, and that's why you love and you trust him, because you got to just let him do what he does, and you just trust that he knows what's the best. And as our favorite fans in Philly would say, you got to trust the process.
They ain't trusting in these days, bro.
No.
Sitting on the couch.
No. We can get into that more as the offseason rolls on. Did he step out of bounds?
Yes, sir.
Dang. That's okay. That's all right. It's 49-47 with about 3:50 left in the second quarter. Jalen with two. He got blocked by Wiggins. Props to Wiggins for that nasty block. And then tried to pass it to Al in the corner and accidentally stepped out of bounds.
Oh, what are you doing? Come on, just threw the ball away, Draymond.
Little backcourt action.
Oh yeah, he's like, what's going on? But yeah, man, now things are getting a little interesting. I think both teams had their respective runs.
Slowing down.
Yeah.
We got out to a super hot start those first 15 minutes of the game. Now it's slowing down. It's better defense, more organized on the defensive end. It's a lot of uglier possessions on both teams. So
I like the Marcus Smart green hair throughout the playoffs.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. He's always played by the beat of his own drum, and I think, he is the true definition of a Celtic. The way he grinds and the way he just plays defense first. I mean, Red Auerbach always said defense wins championships. So for a guy like Marcus Smart to be on this team just fits so smoothly.
Oh, for sure. Clay.
The ball screens, man. There's so many. And I think that's what a good matchup is going to be, because the Warriors do love to run so many screens and just kind of get their shooters open, while the Celtics are one of the highest switching teams on defense. So that's going to be such a cool, like, X's and O's battle.
Yeah.
And I was listening to JJ Redick talk a little bit about that. But I would love to see some like film breakdown on it, because I'm sure like guys like JJ or I don't know, some guys who are deep into the X's and O's and the analytics would be able to like show what the sets are and how the team's kind of playing that out. Like that dribble handoff to a three, like how do you defend that on a consistent basis?
Right.
Like that's just so hard. Like Looney just tosses it to Clay, stands there and lets him splash. Exactly.
Oh, that's a weak call.
Ooh, Jalen getting to the free throw line in a 49-49 game.
Hooey, it is a nail biter right here. This is going to be a long series, man. I think this has the potential to be one of the best finals ever, for real. You know, they were saying that last year. But, man, these teams are just tough on both sides. Like, they're very evenly matched. And I like that the Celtics are a young, except for Al Horford, right? Young.
Relatively young.
Young, hungry team.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, it was like, and you said like old versus young, and not just. I don't think you mean in terms of age. I think speaking more towards like finalist experience, because the numbers they were showing after the Celtics won was like the Warriors roster has like over 100-something games of finals experience. The Celtics roster has 0 games of final experience. So it is that kind of old versus young. In the terms of finals experience, I definitely agree with you there that it's going to be a quick baptism by fire, as they say, for the Celtics to kind of figure it out, be like, just kind of put their heads to the grind and be like, all right, we know what this is. Like, we know that this is going to be a tough series. It's not going to be easy, so we just got to kind of play our basketball and worry about us at the end of the day.
Warriors are looking a little stagnant right now. They're looking a little confused.
And there's Otto Porter 3.
Otto, man, keeping us alive, bro. We needed that one.
51-52 at the 2 minutes.
3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Otto Porter Jr. 9 points.
Man, see, I'm okay with Otto Porter shooting threes. I just didn't expect him.
If y'all okay with that, that's gonna be a long night.
Personally, I'm okay with that, but that was definitely a travel.
I feel you. No, Otto Porter Jr. Especially this year with the Warriors, man, he's been a great 3-point shooter.
And that's what the Warriors need. They just need guys to kind of be out there and just be ready for the ball. That's all you can really. That's all you really need when you have them.
Did they call him for travel?
Yeah, because he tried to oop it to himself, or he just airballed it, so he tried to catch it.
Double dribble.
He had to catch it before it hit if he was off the ground, he would have been fine. Nice try there, Jalen, but you're not that slick.
Not in the Bay.
Oh, this Smart versus Curry.
Oh! They gave him the offensive foul.
Thank you, Steph.
Bruh. Don't get a tech now, Steph. Don't get a tech. Come on, man. We good. Get angry.
That nice golf tan line by Steph there.
Oh, yeah, that's a foul. That's That's offensive foul.
Sorry, Steph, this isn't the NFL.
That's
bro.
an offensive foul. It's all good.
But to be fair, Marcus Smart does a phenomenal job of selling fouls, and that's like his mantra.
Way.
Big Al.
Come on, bro. Those shots are what just drives me crazy, dude. It's those Tim Duncan 3-point shots, bro. Them big dudes that aren't supposed to be shooting threes that just be hitting them. That just like,
It is very frustrating.
That's when you know you're in trouble. But we ain't in trouble.
No, it's still.
No,
it's been it's back and forth. It's like we've been saying. It's slowed down a lot since the start of the game.
Yeah.
Wiggins tied it up to make it 54-54.
This is fun.
With a minute left. It's been a great game so far. We appreciate you all for tuning in to our live show as we are live looking as we watch the game off screen. A foul called somewhere in there. Look at Steph's golf t-shirt tan line. You can see he has a farmer's tan just like me. I'm just like him, except not as athletic and definitely not as rich.
Foul by Steph Curry.
Okay. That's two quick fouls for Steph there to end the half. That's if you're
damn right.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's taking him out already. Yeah, he's already halfway towards the bench. Jordan Poole's coming in. You can't let him get another foul before the end of this quarter.
Absolutely not.
Okay, my question to you, looking at this ESPN NBA crew, Mike Greenberg, Jalen Rose, Michael Wilbon, and Stephen A. Smith. Do you think ESPN just for them it's just so hard to compete with TNT that they just automatically just take in people that are already on their payroll and not having to bring new people in? Or do you think that they actually think this is the best NBA pregame and postgame analyst they can bring onto a show?
No, they know right now that this isn't the ideal crew. This is not who they want. This is just who they're working with. I think ever since the whole Stephen A. Max Kellerman breakup, I think that kind of internally set things a little awry. Where you could kind of sense the dysfunction. There we go. I think outside of them, I think the NBA Today crew, what they do is a lot closer to what they're trying to do, what they do on inside the NBA. And I was talking about this with Justin, man. Like Malika Andrews, dude. Like she is fantastic.
She is really good. She's very good at her job.
And she's like our age, and like she's a millennial and she's going crazy. Okay, hold on. 13 seconds left. 56-54. Celtics up 2 points. Jordan Poole with the ball. Top of the key. 6-5.
Switches to Jalen. Gets the quick hand.
Take him.
Handoff screen. Shoots a three over Al.
What was that? What was that shot, dude?
All right.
Dang, he just hit the top of the... Okay, we're looking forward to the third quarter, bro. 56-54 in Celtics fashion. Coming back, down 10 points. Now they're up 2 points at the halftime.
So it's 56-54 at halftime. The Boston Celtics are winning at the end of the first. A very close game. Very excited to watch this second half with G-Money here at Northside Plugged. It's about 15-20 minutes of halftime, so we will fill that in with continued talk and we will talk more about Kenobi. We should definitely talk more about Kenobi because we did not talk that. If you're watching with us, let us know in the comments. Say what's up. Feel free to call in during this halftime what you thought of those first two quarters. What do you think that leads to for the rest of the series? Just let us know. Just feel free to call in or just send us a message on the chat. We're here. We got plenty of time to kill at halftime. So hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking about Obi-Wan, about the NBA Finals, about music, about whatever you want to talk about. This halftime's open to the people. But for now, we're going to talk Kenobi spoilers. So if you have not watched all three parts of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, parts 1, part 2, and part 3, if you have not watched those, this is your spoiler warning. And it's in big letters going across the screen this way. It's going that way. See, it's hard. It's hard.
Because we're on the other side.
Yeah,
of it.
It's the mirror effect.
The mirror effect and the mirror dimension.
It's hard to the mirror dimension. It's hard to figure that one.
The
out.
mirror dimension of Northside Plugged.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The last comment that I wanted to make real quick before we move on to Kenobi is on what we were talking about with the panel.
Let's finish that up.
I'm a big fan of Stephen A. Smith, man. I love Stephen A. Smith. Some people can get tired of him and he get loud sometimes, but I really enjoy watching Stephen A. Smith and his takes and whatnot. And I like that they have Wilbon and they have Stephen A. But I think ideally they want to go back to like another player, and I think Wilbon is the fill.
Is the fill in for now?
Or Stephen A, because I know Wilbon's been on that for a minute.
Yeah, Wilbon's been doing it for a while. So
I think it's just kind of a back and forth. They're kind of looking for, ever since your boy Paul Pierce, bro, he screwed him over. They thought they had their man, and then all of a sudden Paul Pierce was like, hey, man, I'm going to just do whatever I want.
I'm going to go live on Instagram with these strippers that I hired. I saw that picture saved on my phone.
Dude. Come on,
all-time moment. You couldn't leave him out of the top 75 players after a stunt like that. That's just all-time. That's just all-time.
He just showed up ESPN like crazy, bro.
Now he's like partnered with DraftKings, I think, which, funny enough, is a Boston-based company. Or they're headquartered in Boston, at least, from what I understand.
In Boston.
But I agree. I think Malika Andrews, Richard Jefferson, I think, is really good, part of that NBA Today crew. Perk. I don't know about Perk, man. I loved Perk as a Celtic. Man. He's a funny dude, and he says a lot of outlandish things, but you kind of need a guy like that. He's trying to be like the Chuck or Shaq of just saying outlandish things and hoping everyone else on the panel is just like, dude, what?
Yeah.
But, like, Stephen A., I'm very hit or miss with Stephen A.
Yeah.
I can't, like, First Take, I can't sit there and listen to First Take anymore just because now it's just everyone against Stephen A. Just, like, just bringing in random people to yell along with Stephen A. for a couple hours. He makes a lot of great points sometimes, but sometimes he just says things to get angry. Like after the Game 7, or in the halftime of Game 7, he was like, the Heat are doing great right now, but I need to come out at the Boston Celtics, and he's getting like so mad at a team that's winning, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like he was just like, the Celtics won this game, but they should have lost this game, and it's like, dude, talk about how they won the game. Like I get they almost crumbled at the end there, but he needs some like positivity. He's just so focused on negativity sometimes, and I get that's what drives views is when you call people bad, not when you say people are good. Because people love to react to the negative and not to the positives when these analysts and pundits say these things kind of just to get reactions, Right. But I agree with you. It's like a weird transition. ESPN lost a lot of their heavy hitters. I mean, they kind of did the same thing with Monday Night Football. Like when they lost Gruden and Tirico.
Yeah, I love my Tirico.
They were just they were in a terrible spot of like tough transition until the contract on Fox ran out and they bought Joe Buck and Troy Aikman to be like, yeah, you want us to play big hitters? Boom. ESPN's like, we have the money. Like ESPN literally just Daddy Warbucks them or Scrooge McDuck them and just dropped the cash in front of them and said, come to the evil empire. And of course, to make this panel even better, who else to be on it than Magic Johnson himself? The best analyst of all time. Oh my.
Hey, he used to be on it for a minute, and it's crazy, bro. Because I was gonna say, Mike Greenberg, bro, should not be on this, bro. Get Mike Greenberg out of here, dog. He just be killing the vibe.
No,
dude.
Mike Greenberg should not be near. And Magic Johnson is what's the best way to describe him as an analyst? One of the best point guards, if not the best point guard of all time. Have you watched Winning Time on HBO Max yet? About the Showtime.
I've
Lakers.
seen bits and pieces.
I've heard great things, and I really want to watch it.
It's decent.
They've had a lot of things against the Celtics, which, to be fair, the '80s was literally Celtics versus the Lakers, so I can get why there would be negative connotations against the Celtics. But Magic Johnson, he just says things. He just states facts. Like you ever look at his Twitter, and he's like, he would be like, a great performance by the Celtics tonight to win Game 7 against the Heat, to advance to the NBA Finals. Great performances from Tatum and Brown. And that would be the tweet. Like no analyzing, no true opinion, just stating facts.
Because he's just a good guy, man. He's just a good guy.
He just doesn't want to pick sides. Like I bet during this conversation he's like, well, the Celtics may be up, but you can't doubt the Warriors. Yeah. Or he's just so middle on the fence about everything. Unbiased. Like he's the anti-bias. He's just literally like, I want both teams to have fun. That's like his complete feel.
Everybody to be a winner.
Mm-hmm. What about Jalen Rose? I think I like Jalen Rose. I like Jalen Rose.
He's been a consistent ESPN analyst.
His hair sometimes freaks me out because it looks like it was like spray painted on, or it's just like the way it's kind of set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just kind of looks weird.
He's got that perfect lining. He's always been on point. Jason Tatum has a dope lining as well. He's always looking crisp.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a cool cut. Like his cut is dope.
Who? Jalen?
Yeah, no, Jason Tatum.
Oh, Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Jalen Brown too. Mm-hmm. The J's got cool hair.
Now I'm curious. What do you think? How often do you think those guys get haircuts?
Oh, pretty.
Some of those. Don't some teams have like a barber like on staff?
Yeah.
Like just.
Sure. Or I know I don't know if like for the Bulls, for example, I don't know if he's specifically on staff, but I know they have like a go-to guy. I think he's like on the west side somewhere where like because I remember earlier in the season like they were saying like Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and all them were like getting haircuts from the same dude. So I think it's either like they have their own personal team,
they call a guy in,
or it's like a local.
Like a local guy that they're like, hey, like come by the practice arena today, and we'll drop whatever money to have you cut 4 or 5 people's hairs.
For sure.
And that's got to be such a cool feeling to be a barber for an NBA player, though. Like that your work is shown on the national stage. I'd be so nervous. I'd be so nervous that I'd screw something up. Sorry, Jason. I kind of messed this up, so you got to go bald.
Give him a Carlos Boozer, bro. That was horrible.
The Sharpie lineup that he got.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny, bro.
I'm gonna find that picture and post it and show the people for those.
He was on a podcast talking about it or something, bro, and he was like, "Yeah, I knew instant. It was like an instant regret type of thing, bro. He got it and it was like, thought it was supposed to be smooth, but then it ended up just looking super shiny. He's like, dang, bro. And it was funny because he said that, mind you, this is like what was it, 2011, 2012 or whatever, Bulls teams, you know, so they were really good back in the day. And so it's funny to imagine how he was saying that when he got into the practice facility, man, they were just flaming him.
Oh, bro. I can imagine. I can imagine he's just getting absolutely roasted.
I mean, you got D Rose from Chicago, bro. So that off bat, you know, D Rose was flaming that man, and you got Joe
here it is for those of you who are unaware. It looks like the image on the right is probably just like the TV making it look worse than it is. The image on the left might be what it actually is, but the image on the right, man, it just looks like it's Sharpied on there. Like that looks like something out of a video game.
That looks horrible.
That just makes the hair like you give it a slick and shiny feel, and it just makes it look like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, at least it's a crisp lining. It could have been just a bogus lining.
It is a very crisp lining. I will give him that, so it doesn't look that terrible. Like with the part on the right, it looks like he just has a close shave, at least a little bit. But man, look at that. That just looks like it was painted on his top of his skull. Like, how is that comfortable?
That's tragic, bro.
How is that the haircut that you walked out of there?
I bet his head was smelling like not good.
Smelling
bro.
like shoe polish.
Straight chemicals. So yeah.
If someone went to go kiss him on the forehead, they would get high from the fumes.
And mind you, bro, I think he was a father too at the time.
Oh no, the poor children. Think of the children, Carlos.
Nah, poor Carlos, bro. His kids were probably baking him, bro. But the kids were probably embarrassed too. Yeah, they're like,
"Oh my God, Dad, what is that haircut? Did someone draw that on you?"
That is so funny, man.
But shout out to Carlos Boozer. We appreciate him for taking that hit.
Hey, you know what? Too, on the topic of Carlos Boozer, he was an underestimated player for the Bulls.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, obviously we didn't get to where we wanted to be, and we really wanted Chris Bosh. Like Chris Bosh had signed before LeBron, but like we were always saying as Bulls fans, like if we had to pick between the two, we definitely wanted Chris Bosh over Carlos Boozer. And I think if we had Chris Bosh over Carlos Boozer, I do think that we could have messed around and won the championship. Like say you switch Carlos Boozer or you trade Carlos Boozer and Chris Bosh from the Heat and the Bulls, you know, same rosters. I think the Bulls could have stuck that out. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. Shout out to Chris Bosh, though. It sucks how his career ended because that really sucks with his health problems because he was a really good player. And, you never want to see that happen to anybody where it just, you know, go out a little earlier than expected. But, you know, that's life. Some things happen.
Yeah. He was part of some great teams, not just on the Bulls, but on the
Toronto Raptors teams.
The Raptors, the Jazz, him and Deron Williams, too. Those Jazz teams were really good. Those teams were fun to watch for sure.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chris Bosh.
Oh, sorry. No, I was still talking about Boozer. That's my bad. I mean, Chris Bosh, Hall of Famer.
Right.
So
those Jazz teams, man. AK-47, Andre Kirilenko, Paul Millsap.
they got destroyed by your Believe It or Believe Us?
Believe It. It was
Believe It, right?
No, it was what?
What was the tagline?
It was I know. We believe.
We believe.
Yeah.
The We Believe Warriors.
Yeah.
Which were crazy. All right,
you tested my my Warriors G there for a second.
He's not just a fair weather people. This man's been a fan for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Don't just think he's jumped on in the past 6 or 7 years. This man's been rooting them since the Monte Ellis days.
Yeah. Monte Ellis is my guy.
Shouts out Monte Ellis. That guy was a bucket.
Monte Ellis is my guy.
Guy was a bucket, bro.
And then he was on the Bucks for a little minute, bro. Him and Brandon Jennings was an interesting lineup. Brandon Jennings was balling, bro. It sucks that he didn't last a little longer in the league. You know? So certain players that you think might last long, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
For real. You never know. Sometimes that's what's so crazy about drafting. Like every sport has this problem where some prospects are just so overhyped, or you just have such high expectations for them, and then they come in and just don't perform.
Yeah.
That. Or even some of them like perform at not the level that everyone was expecting, and they are immediately considered a failure.
Yeah.
Where like getting to the league in itself is just such a hard task.
Exactly.
Like sure, there are perfect examples. Like in the NFL, Jamarcus Russell is the first answer I go to. I mean, and Anthony Bennett, however many years ago he was drafted first.
That was
overall.
the dumbest first pick in the history.
That was just a terrible
sports,
draft in
bro.
general.
But you had Giannis in that draft, bro. Come on, man. It's like. Bro, Anthony Bennett, dude, we were all like, I'm still like flabbergasted from that, bro. Who and why and when? You feel me?
Exactly. Like there's just so like, especially being a number one overall pick, there's just such high expectations for that. You're immediately, especially on the way the Raiders were at that time and the way the Cavs were at that time, you're just immediately expected to be the savior of the franchise. And some guys can't handle that, which is completely understandable.
For sure. And it kind of disrespects the other players. You know, you look at a player, you look at a Giannis, right? And he looks back now. He's like, the Cavs really took this dude over me.
Right.
You feel me?
And like Giannis wasn't an immediate like all-star either.
Oh no,
like, he
but
just
still,
kept
Giannis.
it's Giannis. He just kept getting better as the years went on. And then as the years went on, the Cavs just continued to kick themselves in the butt until LeBron came back and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're good."
They finessed. They were just lucky that he was from Cleveland, bro.
Exactly.
That's the only reason, bro.
That's the only reason they have a championship.
Only reason.
It's because LeBron was born in Akron and there's no other basketball teams in the state of Ohio.
Because if he wasn't from there, and like say he was still drafted there originally, but he wasn't from there,
he wouldn't have gone back.
Definitely wouldn't have gone back, bro.
I 100% agree with you on that.
No way.
100% agreed. But LeBron is currently watching it from his house, as he was recently confirmed to be a billionaire. So,
congrats,
props
LeBron
to him.
James. $1 billion.
Yeah.
The Billy Club.
All right, while a little of this halftime left, Obi-Wan Kenobi spoilers.
Yes, Kenobi.
We haven't gotten around to it because we've been so distracted by all the basketball, and that's completely fair.
Kenobi.
Part 1 was phenomenal, just to get us back in, and seeing like I said, seeing Ewan as Obi-Wan again just brought me all excited, and I couldn't stop smiling when I kept seeing him on screen.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It's that nostalgic feeling, bro.
It is.
And then
I think the ability for them to bring back familiar characters and a new style, it definitely plays into the hearts of fans, and to kind of give them a new perspective. Because that 18 to 20 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, there was just so much gap in there that wasn't previously done, and I think some of their best content that's outside like the sagas and the trilogies has been in that time period. Like Rogue One was phenomenal.
Yeah, Rogue One was great.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi the series has been great so far. I've enjoyed what I've seen. There's just like an 18 to 20 year gap that just previously wasn't explained, and like has just allowed so much room for them to create things. And bringing back Ewan, I think, was a phenomenal choice. Long overdue. I think people have been waiting to see Ewan back in the robes for a long, long time.
For sure.
I'm going to be honest. All right, spoilers.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to bring Leia into the picture at all.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect, like, from the previews, we saw Luke in there, and I thought there was going to be more focus on Luke. But for them to bring Leia into the conversation, and her, at least in this first few episodes, have a more predominant role than Luke does, was something I was not expecting whatsoever.
Very smart, and to keep it so low key. Oh, he should have shot that. Andrew Wiggins with the 3. Let's go. Friendly home bounce. Yes, sir.
Let me fix the
start the second half off right. But yes, I agree, man. It was a refreshing surprise for sure. But to be honest, at first I was like, it threw me off a little bit because let's go, nice steal. It felt a little too like kiddie, a little too Disney, you know, like. And then I had to watch it like a second time and be like, okay, I appreciate this a little bit more. Let's go with the floater with Steph Curry. Back up 3 points. But once they kind of ease into the story a little bit, you know, kind of introduce everything, you get to see what's going on. Yeah, like you said, man, it's just that feeling of like, dang, like we're back, and it's awesome because we've been wondering for so long, pretty much ever since Revenge of the Sith. you know, there's so much time. Like, what's going on? You know, and then you have Rogue One, and like you said, that was just one of those movies where it's like, dang, like surprisingly really good, you know, and it was just a good movie, like cinematic movie, because even with, you know, all of the Star Wars movies, they're great movies, you know, they are what they are, but, you know, the acting's not the best, and
sometimes not the greatest dialogue.
Exactly.
Very cheesy dialogue,
Exactly.
absolutely. It definitely features. But like if the time between End of Revenge of the Sith and beginning of New Hope was like 100%, then Rogue One was literally in like 95, 96, 97. Like that was like literally up to that. So like this to be like 50, like smack dab in the middle between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope is really cool for us to kind of see like how the galaxy has been slowly transitioning from the Republic to the Empire. How it's, you know what I mean? Like kind of just see it grow like that. It's definitely a foul, Jason. That's a terrible foul. That's just
selling it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, him. That's what he does. But yeah, and to go into the latest episode, part 3, or actually the end of part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
When the third sister, when she
spoilers.
When she brought up.
Oh, damn,
when she said the thing about how Anakin was still alive and you see Obi-Wan's reaction, you kind of forget that he didn't realize, he just assumed that Anakin was going to die there. Yeah. Like he didn't think, like he just took his saber and was like, all right, this guy's dead. I'm going to leave him. The Sith's gone.
So
I'm going to go
burn to a crisp.
I'm going to go hide in the desert forever now.
Man.
Or I'm going to go do whatever. And like that moment of him like realizing it was just like such a powerful, like a realization being like, oh my God, like you kind of realize it with him. You're like, oh my God, you don't know?
Yeah.
You don't know that Anakin's still alive, and he's just like,
no
and then you see like
way.
you see the eyes pop out in the tank.
Woo.
That got me amped up, and thank God they didn't wait like Friday to Friday. They did Friday to Wednesday, because I wouldn't have made it for part 3. And that 61 to 60. Beginning of the third quarter.
Stepperoo! Got some, because I'm crying from all these 3 points.
Hey, guys.
Dropping.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Steph is good at threes. So
he's pretty dang good, bro. He's 7 for 10. Come on now. 70%.
Yeah,
for
but
three.
Jason Tatum.
No, he going to jack.
Oh, that stays here.
That's your ball.
Stays here, sir.
We'll
serious?
happily take it.
Are you serious?
But yeah, man, it was awesome at the end of the episode too to see just the duality, you know, the frontal face of both, and Obi-Wan and Lord Vader. But yeah, man, it's just like, and Obi-Wan or Ewan McGregor does it so well, like playing somebody with like really strong PTSD. You know,
oh,
you could
absolutely.
Damn, Steph is wetting them. Didn't count though. Yeah, I mean, like you said, just his facial expressions on when he finds out that Anakin's alive is just so realistic. Of just like, oh my gosh, you know, like this is somebody I care about, somebody I knew, just like a traumatizing feeling, you know. And you feel it. You're like, dang, bro, like, because we've been on this journey with them, so we know how deep it cuts, you know. Oh, Andrew Wiggins with the 3. I'll get the board. Let's go.
Offensive rebounding has been a huge struggle for the Celtics all postseason. Yeah. They cannot let this team
and
take more shots than they already get. That's going the other way. What? That's staying here, but the other one didn't?
The Nagel Bagel.
Oh, tee him up, sir. Tee him up. He just called you a bad word.
What did he say?
I don't know. I'm just assuming he said a bad word. Because it's Draymond Green. Nah, Jaylen Brown's got children. He probably doesn't say as many bad words. Okay, so now that we're kind of into it, and the PTSD,
66-60.
Clay.
Good start for the third.
And the PTSD, you see it in like the beginning of the third episode, like the whole part of part 3, where he's just walking around. He thinks he sees Anakin, and Leia's like, "Dude, are you good?" And he just like sees Anakin in the robe. He's like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah.
Because now he's like, "Oh my God! Like my Padawan is actually alive. He's not dead." And that's just like a whole thing. It's just like you got to cope with that. The whole scene on the cart with the stormtroopers, I was sweating for Obi-Wan and Leia the whole time. And that bootlicker of a driver, man. As soon as he gets to the gate, got some strays in the back. You might want to take a look at them.
Jerk, come on, bro. You could
so salty.
They were just I felt like they were kind of making fun of like Confederate people.
Oh,
dude, with
1,000%, bro. 1,000% we're making fun of the MAGA.
like the Empire flag.
Sorry
is
if that
like,
offends
"Ooh."
anyone, but they were definitely, dang it, Al. They were definitely kind of poking fun at that a little bit, which, like, to be fair, I mean, it is politics. It is Empire versus Republic.
For
like,
sure.
it's about the state of the galaxy. For them to poke fun at it is kind of funny, but at the same time, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But let's talk about the should we talk about the battle at the end of part 3?
Yeah. Let's. Well,
Spoilers. I repeat, spoilers for Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 3 are about to come inbound as Steph Curry gets blocked by Robert Williams.
You know what? Let's watch a little bit more of this game
Okay,
because
and then we'll
I'm
get
kind of
into that.
locked into this, and then we'll finish off with
all right.
because that's the best part, bro. We'll keep the best for last.
Come on, JT, you got to be doing better than that.
Episode 3.
We'll talk about it though, but we got to watch a little bit of this third first.
So now the game's getting close.
66-61, about 5 minutes into the third.
Oh yeah. Oh,
See that switch that brought Robert Williams out to free up the paint was what led to Steph driving there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one little breath he saw without Robert Williams. After just getting blocked by him on a three-point attempt, he kind of just saw the lane and had to go attack it. And once again, the Celtics let up another offensive rebound because I guess it kind of did Looney. No, Looney didn't push him. Marcus was just trying to sell it as always. A little extra flaring of the limbs to sell it to the refs as it didn't work. But as Kayvon Looney shoots free throws and makes the first one, dang it. But like I said, man, if they get Williams or Horford into foul trouble, it's going to be smooth sailing for the Warriors for sure. I think with how they can kind of attack the paint with ease. That attacking the paint will open up the outside shots. So it'll be interesting seeing how the inside game, because it's all like we said before, it's all about the outside, the perimeter players, so 3-point shooting, but it's really going to come down to how those guys in the paint kind of handle this series.
Yeah.
And how the momentum can kind of shift either way.
For sure.
All right, Jason, I need you to make a shot here. I need you to get back on
I
track.
want to be the very
Big Al in the corner, 4-3. Bang.
That's such trash, dude. That is such trash, Rooney.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Al Horford. I love Big Al.
Big Al. Okay.
We love him.
Steph Curry just throwing it up. Let's go.
Another offensive rebound.
Wide open. Hit that. Let's go.
Guys, offensive rebounds. Timeout.
Oh, it's
Ime.
going to be a long series, dude.
Offensive rebounding, guys.
Crazy.
They've been struggling with it all postseason. You can't give the Warriors second chance opportunities. It's going to shoot you in the foot.
Yeah.
You can't give them any extra chances at the basket because they're going to capitalize.
Capitalization.
That's so frustrating. Oh, yeah.
What a game.
What a game so far. It's been great.
Lots going on here.
Yes,
Thanks for
71-64, almost halfway through the third quarter. Celtics called a timeout. Great timeout by Ime there.
Thank you for everybody sticking with us.
Thank you for all those tuning in.
This.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to call in, have any thoughts, or want to say something in the comments about this series, please let us know. We'll be talking basketball. We'll talk anything that you want to talk about as well.
Go the God Butcher.
Yeah. This trailer looks sick. The Thor: Love and Thunder trailer. As we're talking, as we're talking about the Big Mouse.
The Big Mouse.
That trailer looks great. I'm very excited for that one.
Mr. Mouse.
Yeah.
No dead air over here.
I know. I was trying to think of
Scared
where
me, BossDan. No dead air
transition.
over here on the radio.
No dead air in the radio.
Well, while we're waiting, we can talk a little bit more Kenobi.
Hold on. Let me get another.
Looking for another bang.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to hear that bang.
No. I got it. No. I don't worry. I'm gonna look for a bang that we'll both enjoy. We're definitely not gonna do that one.
Would you like this last sour watermelon?
Oh, here's one that you'll like. Sure. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Here's one that I know you'll like. Oh, it didn't. I thought it was gonna play.
Of overtime.
Nope.
Oh yeah, we like this one.
Finds Rose. Rose trying to get open. Fires away. Bang!
Bang that mug.
The Bulls win at the buzzer.
Bang that. Hey, man, those were the days. Those were the days.
Iguodala.
That's not.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
That double bang is just a dagger to your team's hearts. Like that double bang is
Not
just
one,
like
but two.
yeah, but double bang. That's
You got
gotta
double
hurt.
bang.
That's gotta hurt extra hard.
KD, you got double banged by Steph Curry.
Man, remember looking at this video now? Remember when they were trying to push the sleeve jerseys on us?
I liked them, to
You
be
did?
honest. Yeah.
Man,
They weren't terrible. At first, I was like, but they kind of
I-
grew on me.
I didn't like them. I wasn't
Yeah.
a big fan at all.
I thought the Cavaliers one was really dope.
The
black one
Okay,
with
that
big
one
C.
that one was cool.
That one was.
I think-
not every team was dope.
Yeah, I think like the Celtics had a gray one. It was like
No,
ugh.
your guys was ugly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So-
I don't. The
so-
Warriors ones are kind of weird.
Yeah,
too.
so like I think it was very hit or miss, and I would say they only hit on like 20% of them.
I agree.
Like the Cavs all black with the big C
Mhm.
that they wore in Game 7 against the Warriors, like that one's sick, and that'll always have not a great in your terms, but that like a huge significant memory
Yeah.
in terms of just like just where like when it was worn in that game, like it'll always be remembered for that, and it was a great jersey in general. So now they're talking about 100 games of finals experience versus 0. The only times it happened: 91, the Lakers and the Bulls; 97, the Jazz against the Bulls; and right now, the Celtics against the Warriors.
Right.
And
now.
I was after the first one, I was gonna be like, oh, it looks like it's in the Warriors' favor, but then the Jazz didn't beat the Bulls, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess
Bulls money.
I was gonna say, I guess according to that graphic, if you're the Bulls, you're gonna win, or if you have Michael Jordan, you're gonna win. So luckily, neither of these teams have Michael Jordan, so it's still up for grabs. Back in action in the third quarter here, about the halfway point of the third, Steph just dribbled around Jalen.
Make that and one. Give it to us.
I always forget how good of handles Steph has.
He has great handles, dude.
Like I think that. I mean, personally, I immediately just think shooter when I think of Steph, but then I go back and watch highlights and I forget how smooth his handles are. Like this
So
behind the
smooth.
back around Jalen. Yep, see you later.
me.
Send Jalen to the hot dog stand, as they say in footy.
Nah. Good foul. Should have gave it to him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in his landing zone, that should be a foul. I love the sell by Steph there. Should have completed the somersault. You would have gotten the and one.
On life.
We need a bucket here. Not
73
non-Marcus,
64.
please.
See, but this is where the Celtics, they're gonna try to come back. Ooh, no way, bro. No way. That's ugly.
So the Warriors are playing great defense now and causing all sorts of problems on offense. Celtics can't get into any sort of rhythm in this quarter.
Third
And
quarter
that's allowed the
domination.
Warriors to.
Good foul.
What?
Let's go. Little wraparound.
Sir.
Little wraparound.
Sir, that was a flop. You kidding me?
Flopperoo.
It's
You must be
ridiculous.
crazy. You must be out of your mind if you think that's the truth.
Man, but yeah. What was it at half? 54,
56, 54. You guys were up. Dang.
So 8 to 19 quarter right now so far. 8 points in 6 minutes of basketball is not ideal, fellas. You're an NBA team. This isn't my sixth graders playing basketball. I need you guys to actually score. This isn't golf where the lowest score wins. Oh, he got fouled, sir. He tripped. Did you see that? Did you see that fan stick his leg out?
Way to go.
I think Steph tripped him there, sir.
Way to go, broom people. Way to not clean that area.
Who didn't wipe that floor? I want to know. I want names.
That's my guy.
I want names of people right now.
Oh.
Oh,
Somebody lost a shoe. Steph lost a shoe, everybody.
Steph, your shoe, bro.
Steph lost a shoe. Everybody, Steph lost a shoe. Twitter, Steph lost a shoe. Dang, what's the... Oh, look at that ankle, dude. He's got them taped up.
He always wears those ankle things.
Wow.
Because didn't he struggle with a lot of ankle injuries issues his first few years?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, he's lucky.
Jason Tatum just gave him a flat tire.
Oh, Jason Tatum's trying to hurt him, dude.
No, I think he literally just...
He tried to...
Just like in high school when you step on the back of someone's shoe and have them just skirting down the hallway.
He
giving someone flat
forcibly
tires.
tried to hurt Steph Curry, dude. For that, we're going to have to sweep the Celtics.
No. No, thank you. And now that we're going to commercial, they're promoting another movie, which is not Disney related, but they are the new Jurassic, which I'll go see, but I have to catch up on the other ones first before. I didn't see the second one of the new installment. So I'll have to definitely try to see that so I don't get totally lost. But I mean, when you bring back Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern, I feel like I have to watch it, because they were so iconic in those first ones. You kind of have to see it with those three back in the mix, you know what I mean?
For sure. Well, that's the era we're in right now. Everybody's bringing back
nostalgia.
The nostalgia.
It's all about. I mean, we're literally talking about it right here. Nostalgia, bringing back. I mean, that's. That's what a lot of Hollywood is now. It's bringing back older IP that needs a revamp that people want to see again. It's combining old with new, like that Jurassic series is. And there's not a whole ton of originality nowadays in Hollywood, and I don't know, like, and I'm not going to be a genius and be like, this is what you need to do to fix it, because I don't have like ideas bursting out of my head. But then, but there is still room for that originality, and I think that's
for sure.
And like, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know if I've said this yet, but Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I just saw that movie.
Yo,
dude. I was just thinking that. Yes,
crazy.
Yes.
That was such a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's original with a great cast and like something you haven't seen before.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal movie.
Absolutely.
Exactly what I'm thinking of. Because the day I saw Doctor Strange, and then I immediately went into Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I saw both multiverse movies in the same day.
That's awesome.
And remember a couple of years ago, Scorsese said the thing about like Marvel movies are just like large attractions. They're like thrill rides. They're not necessarily movies. And like he was just like no originality whatsoever. So like after like going back to back like that, I was kind of sitting there like, this man kind of has a point. Like I see where he's coming from. I'm not necessarily saying I agree with him because I love Marvel movies and I love the MCU, but I understand what he means or his intention behind that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, bro. After coming out of Everything Everywhere All at Once, I was like, this is what Doctor Strange should have been.
Yeah,
you feel like not to say that Doctor Strange was bad, but it just like you watch that Everything Everywhere All at Once, you're like, dang, bro, like they really did justice to the multiverse, dude, and they were just different. The two movies were different, you know, but. Yeah, man, I totally agree, dude. Like, just coming out of that movie, it was just, like, such a refreshing feeling. And just, like, man, like, an actual movie. Like, like you said, original characters, original plot. Michelle Yeoh, man, she's fantastic, bro. She's such a badass, Like, oh, she's fantastic, bro. I was just, like, in awe of her performance. And like, her husband, the daughter, like, everybody just did amazing, bro. Jamie Lee Curtis, like, didn't expect her, bro.
She did great. Yeah, and what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he was who you remember from the Goonies and from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. I can't remember his name, but he was phenomenal. And, like, I was watching and I was like, I kind of recognize that dude, and I looked up afterwards, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's him!" Like,
that's crazy.
The child actor, all grown up, and he was doing all his own stunts and stuff, which was crazy.
Wow! Woo! Tap in.
It was so much fun. That was a phenomenal. But that's kind of what I mean. That's the example I exactly think of, because I literally went from Doctor Strange, which is the second installment of this character that's part of Phase 4 of this universe that's been created for over a decade. Versus like a fresh and new movie with a fresh, like a new cast of characters. What happened there, Grant? Man, there is no offense right now for the Celtics in this third quarter.
No.
Oh my goodness! I thought my laptop just grabbed itself. Don't worry, we'll get it updated next commercial break so that we're more on time, because that probably put a little bit of a delay. Hey, Celtics, you need to score here, and Derek,
get that out of here, boy.
Kayvon Looney,
Come on, son.
Defense.
We man.
That was a great block. And that was just Derek White can't be your offensive spark right now in this third quarter. You need to get I'd rather the other four guys on the floor shoot right now than him.
3D.
3D
Live
on
action,
my
the
laptop.
basketball's coming right towards you. Oh, help defense. Good pass. Get that out of here. Oh, that's a foul. Oh, they didn't give it to him. That's crazy.
Please,
Oh, good rehabilitation. That's good.
Thank you, Jason.
Jason Tate. This is where he needs to wake up.
More like Jason Tate. Yep, he does need to wake up. And it's funny, like, walking around work the other day, I was just seeing guys, and this one guy kept saying the same thing. He's like, I don't know how the Celtics are going to win when Tatum's only putting up 10 points a game.
Wow.
And that's fair, because, like, Tatum has had some stinkers and some clunkers in the playoffs.
Stinker.
Where he puts up 10 points and that, and I can totally understand that. And that's completely factual because, like, if he struggles from the offensive, it's going to be tough for the Celtics to get any sort of rhythm if he's struggling on the offensive end. Because, like, he's the best player on the team. You know what I mean? Like, he's the All-NBA guy. Like, he has to be the one to kind of set the tone on offense. And he's been getting others involved, and he has, like, I think I saw 7 assists at halftime as Steph hits a free throw. To make it 66-76. I'm just going to say 77 because I'm just going to assume he hits both because he's a 90-something percent career free throw shooter. So to see him miss a free throw would be a bit shocking in my mind.
It's crazy that you say that because actually during these playoffs, bro, he's actually been missing a lot of free throws.
Really?
Yeah, more than usual.
Yeah. See, like that, the net didn't even move on that one, which is crazy.
He's a splash, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the best free throw shooters are always the ones that have the smoothest and the best jump shots. That's why Russell Westbrook can never be a good free throw shooter. His jump shot's just broken. Big Al.
Another Al. Y'all got 2 of them. I don't know if you're gonna get a third.
I was gonna say if he keeps hitting them, I'll just keep feeding him in the corner. I would have been surprised if he hits another one.
Good.
That's in.
Come on now, get off us.
You can't play backwards defense on this team. You literally have to challenge them every time they pull up for a 3, guys. Like I said, Jordan Poole, I don't want to see him shooting threes, and you can't out 3 the Warriors, guys. They're like, just keep playing your game. Don't try to just chuck up threes right now. Yeah. That's not going to help you. You got to play your game as Derek White puts up a 3 and hits
He's decent, bro. He's decent.
Why is he? He might be the leading scorer right now, and that's not good. Like, there should be 5 other guys. No, Jason Tatum has more than him, but there should be 5 other guys.
Let's go.
There should be 5 other guys that have at least 5 other that have more points than him.
They are reigning in the Bay right now. Oh, that's
as Big Al shoots another 3.
Wow. All right, that's the last one y'all getting.
Frankie Tongues is sweating right now. That under is looking real close right now. That start of the third was feeling good for him, but I don't know if the Celtics do make this a comeback and get it to within a score. It's going to be tough for Frankie Tongues there in his under. And it's not, and his plus 3.5 is not looking great either. So
under 100.
What?
They want to know where you are, BossDan. Who are you? Where are you?
I'm in Chicago.
Oh, that's dope. Live from Chicago. It's Thursday night.
With our hosts,
BossDan and G Money.
BossDan and G Money.
Yo.
Yes.
With your musical guest, Bjorn.
I was wondering who you were going to say there. So it's interesting that in the conference finals they didn't space out the games at all, but they're putting 2 days in between each game this series, which is interesting.
The finals, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they can. I mean they can, and they know everyone's going to tune in whenever. So I mean it's just funny that they didn't want to do that at all for the conference finals, but as soon as they get to the finals, they're like, oh, we'll put 2 games between every.
It's all about broadcasting, man.
Oh yeah, it's all about the money.
They wanted to have a game on every day, which was nice. That's Jaggeroo.
Boy, bro.
Get that.
Robert, you can't get pickpocketed underneath like that, dude. Go up strong with it. Keep it up top.
Take him. Oh, yes. Good pass.
How?
Make this.
How did he get that pass off?
Oh!
Attaboy, Robert.
Foul.
Don't let him get that momentum dunk, at least. At least you stopped him from that.
If he hit that 3, that would have been nasty, dude.
Yeah. And I'm really glad he did.
Nasty. Ooh.
So that would have been terrible for the momentum of the Celtics team.
85-72. Ooh. Replay. Otto Porter's just like, give me that. Give me that. So, hope you guys are at home enjoying the game, enjoying the beautiful weather, enjoying a great night over here if you're in Chicago. But it sounds like it was beautiful out there in the Bay Area as well. Where your NBA Finals is going on.
Presented by YouTube TV.
Shout out to YouTube, man.
Shout out to YouTube TV. I got you. That's how we're watching right now on YouTube TV.
That's dope. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm for our last episode hitting 1,900 views with Chris Orange. Shout out Chris again, a.k.a. Hollywood 6.
Shouts out to him for coming in. Great conversation.
Absolutely.
Make sure to go tune into that if you haven't already. Very important, very necessary conversation. Yeah. He almost spoke a Jimmy Butler comeback into existence. I thought he did after watching Game 6 on Friday.
But it was not meant to be.
It was not meant to be.
Because the luck of the Irish was there. Jalen. Wow, what's going on, man?
He was trying to oop there, but Robert Williams had zero positioning on that possession.
I knew Steph was going for that 3 instantly, bro. I knew as soon as he grabbed that rebound, he was going for that 3. Uh-oh. Yup. Oh, he should have went for the
Take your time.
Splash.
Oh. See, if he's missing that.
Oh, yeah.
And 1. What?
Oh, good.
No foul for Jaylen Brown on that?
He went straight up. I could see the argument, but he went straight up.
It's close. Oh.
Come on, no loosey-goosey, gentlemen. No loosey-goosey.
All right, Celtics, let's finish this quarter strong. We're down 13, but let's get it to within 10. Let's get it to single digits.
Trying to get this to 15, bro.
Let's try to get this to single digits before the end of the quarter.
Come on, Steph. That's our ball.
Not with those two.
3.5 seconds on the shot clock left.
87-74.
What will the Warriors
shouts out to all my East Coast people that are going to be up till basically midnight watching this game. That's terrible.
That's crazy, man.
It's very crazy that they would schedule it like that. I get that the game is on the West Coast, so you can't really put it super early, but 9 o'clock is just way too late for when most of your viewership is probably going to be in the Eastern time zone anyway, because that's where probably a fair majority of the American population lives. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just... Derek, you gotta finish that.
Garbage.
You gotta put it to at least 8:30, 8 o'clock. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm putting it at 8. I get you don't want to have it start at 5 Western. Or sorry, not
right.
Western,
They're not trying to make it
5
too early.
Pacific time because like no one's gonna show up to these games. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta put it at a reasonable time for those East Coasters that are gonna be a large portion of your viewing audience, not just Celtics fans, but like a majority of the people watching are going to be the ones, you know what I mean?
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it is a little weird to do that.
Time zones are weird.
All right, the best number 11 just walked onto the court, Peyton Pritchard. Good. Just checked in.
Funny guy. Funny guy.
What's up, Austin? Thanks for the comments on the mustache. I appreciate you. Austin, what's your predictions on the series? I want to know. As a neutral fan, I have a feeling you're going to lean with the Warriors just because, I don't know, I just have a feeling, but...
Warriors.
Let us know what you're feeling for this series.
Dan with the stash.
As we go 76-87. Celtics got it to within 11 right now. Hope, like I said, get it to within 10, and I'll feel fine for the fourth quarter after that abysmal offensive performance.
Double team Klay.
Who got a foul there? What?
They're double teaming Klay Thompson.
You don't want to give him the wide open 3.
Hey, man, but you're leaving somebody else open. There's nobody on this Warriors team you want to leave open.
Nah, I guess.
Well, I don't mean in terms of threes because that slash is going to be open. So
right,
Draymond's
that's the only problem.
Cut.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan Poole, man, I still hate Jordan Poole.
I
know he didn't have a great game in that 2018 Final Four game, but I'd still hate him. As long as if you were in the Michigan basketball program at that time, the chances are I hate you. So.
Dang, did he play our Loyola Ramblers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
He was in that game. He wasn't like Mo Wagner going crazy, but he was a part of that team. So
that's crazy.
It's still screw him till the end of time.
That makes me not like him just a little bit less.
See, exactly. Finished 4th in the most improved player. Who won? Oh, Ja Morant won most improved player.
We got another comment.
Austin said, if Curry plays to MVP form, I got dubs in 6. However, in Stephen A. voice as he puts it.
However!
Yeah, there it is. However! The C's defense. Yeah, right now the C's offense is what's really holding them back right now. So they got to get this offense going if they want to hold up with this Warriors offense as well. I knew the Warriors offense versus Celtics defense was going to be like the half of the court that was going to matter the most. But, man, the Warriors' defense has been looking great so far to kind of force this really slow and sluggish quarter for the Celtics on the offensive end. So they've been doing a good job of setting the tone. Yeah, Iguodala 3 all.
Wow. Shut that trap, boy. Shut that trap.
If Andre's hitting a 3, you know it's game over.
If you ain't got none, something nice to say.
Attaboy. Way to draw that foul,
It's
Derek.
Oh, he's going to jag one free throw. We'll jag one. Pressure's getting tighter. Ooh.
If Andre Iguodala's hitting 3s, man, with a hand in his face, like, come on.
It's like we're back in 2015 all over again, bro. This is
for real.
Dope vibes.
Man.
Steph is just cooling, getting some Some air. There's the jag. Okay, he'll jag the second one. Jag the second shot. Jag the second shot.
Don't jag the second shot, please.
Jag the second shot.
Please hit the second free throw.
Jag the second shot.
Free throws are free.
Jag.
Free throws are free. Free throws are free. Free throws are free.
He's going to miss. Oh, I was wrong.
No,
I was wrong. I was wrong. All right, let's see. 1.6 seconds left in the third. To Jordan Poole. Oh, shoot it. Oh, just a bit.
92-80 at the end of the third.
Mm-mm-mm.
Frankie Tungs needs a low-scoring fourth quarter for that under. He needs the Celtics to make a comeback for plus 3.5. It's going to be a tough one with the way the Warriors have been playing offense. Not a great offensive quarter for either team. I mean, the Warriors definitely played better. And like I said, the offensive rebounding has been killing the Celtics all postseasons, and they did a great job of offensive rebounding there. You got 12 minutes left to kind of make a run at this, and let's go. Come on, Celtics. Just you got to get Tatum and Brown going. I feel like they were both really non-existent in that third in terms of multiple scoring chances. I feel like neither of them got consistent, haven't really gotten to rhythm at all in offense. Or the team, I mean, the Celtics in general haven't really gotten. Besides, like the end of that second quarter, they got into a little rhythm. But right now, they haven't gotten into any sort of rhythm. And so hopefully their fourth quarter is better.
And that's what I don't know, man. If you're Celtics fans, I'd be nervous, bro, because it's like, I mean, mind you, again, like it's only game one. A lot of adjustments are to be made, but if this is going to be the telltale sign of, you know, if the Celtics are not going to be able to hold the Warriors offensively, and on the other side they're not going to be able to score up to par, and I think that the latter is going to be more of the issue, because I think the Warriors are going to score regardless. I think the Celtics will get a game or two or whatever that, you know, kind of limit them a little bit more, but man, it's just with the Celtics, they got to be worried if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not playing like the all-stars that they are, and they're playing kind of mediocre. You know, Jason Tatum's 3 for 14 right now. Like, there's no way you're winning an NBA championship like that against Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
So, but you know, Celtics fans, don't get discouraged. It's only game one. You still got a lot of time. You know, coming from a Warriors fan, I'm not like, I got us winning, but I'm not gonna get all excited just because if, you know, there's still a fourth quarter left. You never know. Celtics might come back 12 down. So we've seen crazier things happen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and like you said, I mean, the Celtics lost the game one of both the other series. So, and I even said it when we started, and I've been saying it for a couple of days. I thought the Warriors were going to win game one. I would have put my life on it that the Warriors would win game one.
For sure.
I guess not my life, because then the Celtics would find some way to
come back.
Yeah, look at Jason Tatum, 3 of 14. That's I love Jason. I love you, man, but you got to have a better offensive performance than 3 for 14 in game one of the finals, bro. I mean,
you got to play better.
I mean, I have a feeling he's going to come out and have a better fourth quarter here, but at the same time, you got to, like, just like I said, that guy was talking about, Jason sometimes just puts up stinkers on offense.
Stinker.
And 3 of 14 is very stinky poo-poo. Yeah, very smelly. Very smelly indeed.
Smelly game.
But it's a long series, so when's the next game? Sunday?
Sunday.
So Sunday and then Wednesday?
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's very long time.
Conflicting Disney content days. NBA and the new episode of Kenobi.
Interesting. Well, good thing you can watch Kenobi before the finals, so.
There you go.
That's true.
There you go. There she blows. Speaking of Kenobi, while we're waiting for the most anticipated fourth quarter of this game, kind of delve back real quick into our Kenobi discussion. So where we left off was the most anticipated rematch and rekindling of a very toxic relationship between
toxic is definitely a good word to describe it,
between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader, and we see our old friends returning face to face,
or face to mask,
face to helmet.
What have you become?
What was your, before we kind of dive into it, what was your initial feelings and reactions to just, you know, kind of the moment where Darth Vader is going through the town.
As soon as
spoilers,
as it's saying across the screen here. I mean, as Kenobi and Leia were trying to escape, I was sitting there being like, he's got to show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he's got to be here, right? And then you see him like starting to be like, just like panic.
Yeah.
You see, like he's like almost gets like the shakes, and you're like, oh, he's here.
He sensed it.
Here. He sensed it, and like I immediately thought like. I immediately thought as soon as Vader walked in, he was gonna like immediately just stare at where Kenobi is and be like, "You," and just like immediately walk in that direction. Yeah. But to kind of have him like somewhat escape and have their own like duel in the dunes of wherever they were, or whatever, that was really cool. And like we said off air, like I think a lot of people were expecting more from that fight, or just like a more
bad shot. Sorry.
No, you're good. Like just more exciting, thrilling, like the one at the end of Revenge of the Sith. But you got to remember, Kenobi hasn't practiced the Force in 8-9 years.
Yeah.
And Vader is basically a shell of Anakin, where in terms of like, as someone on the internet described it best, he's more like a dark side tank, where like he can't move fast.
Yeah.
But when he gets to where he is, he'll get you. He'll torch you. He'll use the dark side on you and make your life a living heck. Can we say HE hockey sticks on there?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, when he finally like just started dominating Kenobi, and he started.
Now you will suffer.
Yeah, and he just burned him alive.
Epic. That was crazy,
I was just sitting there with my hands on my head, just being like, "Oh my god, he's literally burning this man alive." I was like, of course you're like, they can't kill him. There's 3 more parts. Yeah. But part of me was like, is he gonna be okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was just like, holy crap! Like he's actually doing it. And it was so funny if you just be like, see how that feels.
Yeah. It was trippy, man, because it's crazy too. Oh, come on, y'all. Because turnover by the Warriors, 7-point game. You're just like, you know, I mean, in the first original trilogy, you know, it's Darth Vader. You know, it's James Earl Jones, right? But now it's just like you're looking at it. Damn. See that just like that.
Just like that, it's a 5-point game. Let's go.
You know, it's crazy because it's just like you're looking at this from a weird, different perspective, and it's like you said, it's the 50% middle area, and you're just like, you know, you're looking at you're watching this from the lens of everything that happened after Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's so crazy to feel like we were just here. You know, we were just here at the Clone Wars, and everybody was cool. And then all of a sudden, it's just a whole new world, and you've got like Anakin now, obviously Darth Vader, and it's just a whole new energy, and it's just like he's just furious and hateful, and it's just like
very hateful,
you know. And there's just part of you that's just like, Anakin, where are you? You're still in there, you know. And it's just like, dang, bro, like it's crazy that he's just so far gone, you know. And even like, and it's like I've kind of known this before, you know, just from different comics and other stories, but it's like when, you know, how the episode 3 starts and you have Darth Vader in his castle on Mustafar, you know, it's like, it's crazy to just think that like he would base his whole castle in the place where he got jacked
I agree.
You know?
No, I agree. That's definitely a great point. I thought about that. I think in Rogue One I thought about that. I was like, is that on Mustafar where he almost burnt to a crisp?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of weird, but I guess it's kind of like know what keeps you in check, I guess. I don't know.
It probably just helps drive his inner dark side, you know, just to be constantly reminded of the pain.
You know what I really want, and I think my friend, one of my friends, Kyle, who's called into the show, who talked with us about Doctor Strange a couple weeks ago.
For sure, yeah.
He was saying, and I agree with him, and he brought it up to me, that's like, what I need some like flashbacks I need some Clone Wars flashbacks.
For
like,
sure.
give me Ewan and Hayden Christensen in the Clone Wars like armor that they wear in the animated series. It doesn't have to be a long shot. Just give me like a couple seconds. Give me Captain Rex, you know, give me someone from the 501st.
Yeah.
Give me Ahsoka, like just like a little hinting at that would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they'll have any where it's like Obi-Wan and Anakin as like a pair again, instead of like as rivals, you know, like a flashback, like like an Obi-Wan flashback, or someone like flashes back to them as their time together
cool.
as Padawan and Master. You know what I mean? That would be really, really cool. I mean, they haven't really disappointed so far. I've really enjoyed everything. I think they've done it well. And I see some people on the internet just freaking out about like, oh, you're ruining the canon of the original movies, and like this ruins this and this ruins that. It's like, who cares?
And it ain't even over yet, bro.
Yeah, it's not over. And like they
I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like in terms of like especially the original trilogy, like they're not gonna screw something up so that it doesn't connect with it.
Like they had to,
like they definitely had to go to George Lucas, and Dave Filoni, who is one of the biggest Star Wars nerds, is gonna make sure everything connects. He did it in Clone Wars. He did it he like made sure everything like flowed smoothly in canon, if you will. So I trust Filoni, and I trust the creatives behind Lucasfilms and all those people to kind of keep it connected. And there's like small things where, I mean, Vader's like, I haven't, like in New Hope, he's like, I haven't felt the Force like that since, and it doesn't say anything.
Right.
So it leaves it open to interpretation that he could be like, oh, it's the last time since I saw him on that desert island where I almost burnt him alive.
Exactly.
Or like whatever, because they're probably going to see each other again. So it's probably going to be something else like that. And another part about him realizing that Anakin's still alive and he's actually Darth Vader, is like when Luke and Obi-Wan are back at Obi-Wan's house, and Obi-Wan's like, oh, your father was killed by Darth Vader.
Right.
It's kind of just like, I know that your father is Darth Vader, but I ain't telling you that.
Yeah.
Because even, I mean, to be fair, George Lucas didn't know that he was his father when he made A New Hope, because he wasn't expecting a trilogy at that point, or to make this whole Star Wars universe. He was just trying to make one sci-fi film to change all sci-fi films. Yeah. He wasn't thinking long-term with any of that stuff. So, I mean, props to George Lucas for having things that kind of left it open for interpretation that allows them to kind of create this this series, you know what I mean? To kind of allow it to breathe in its own space, and while still respecting A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, and everything that's also come between, or just like content-wise for those characters.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, man, I mean, overall, I think they're just doing a fantastic job so far. I like how they just kind of threw basically the first half of the series in our face and was like, okay, damn, this is what it is. This is the setup, and now we're left waiting with the last three. They gave us everything that we wanted and more, you know? And now it's like, okay, now they're really gonna make us want and wait, what, like, because now we have no idea.
Yeah, and the third sister took Leia, so like, how's that gonna go down? Like, is she just gonna hold her for ransom for Kenobi? Like, and like you said, like, we've got what we were looking for. I think in most terms.
Go. That's tough.
That's like, tough, how can you defend that? Like, you can't. Tough. What? Like, that's not bad defense. It's just better, much better offense with that Clay 3 to make it 97-92.
Fantastic shot.
But.
Ooh, good take.
Attaboy Jalen.
That was a great take. That was a tough take. This is game one.
I was gonna say this has been a phenomenal game, man. And I'm trying to. Oh crap! What was I talking about?
Yeah.
About Kenobi, about the series, about
surprises. We were talking about the first 3 episodes.
Oh, and like they pretty much hit on all the bases that we were expecting. We were expecting an Obi-Wan versus Vader duel. We were expecting them to meet. We were expecting Luke. And like the original trailers and stuff, like they pretty much only showed like the first 2 or 3 episodes, which means like there's so much in the dark that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier.
For sure.
So like I agree with you. Like I'm very excited to see where it goes and like how these next 3 parts play out for Obi-Wan, for Leia, for the third sister even. I think she's been a great character so far in the way that she's kind of...
she's been fantastic. Yeah. Middle finger to all the racist haters out there, bro.
Star Wars fans, like the Star Wars fandom sometimes can be the most toxic people because they just... Oh, man. Star Wars fans are just the most like in terms of like products that I love and like that where the fan base is kind of ruining them, like Star Wars has to be up the top there because sometimes like the fan base is just so toxic and like one thing goes wrong and they just immediately like rate it a 0. Like let's like for example, The Last Jedi. Like part of that trilogy, not like kind of just put in a weird spot where it was like directly after 7 and all those parts. As an individual movie, it was great. Like I loved the way Rian Johnson did that movie. I thought he put it together well. I just hated how in that trilogy they didn't have a succinct game plan for how it was going to go.
Yeah.
So what I read on the internet, and I completely agree with this take, is like the prequel trilogy. Individually, they're not great, but overall, they knew where they were going. They knew how to get from the beginning of 1 to the end of 3, like point A to point B. They knew where they were getting to, so they kind of set themselves up. Whereas the sequel trilogy, they kind of just made a movie and then made a movie, and then by the third movie, they were like, "All right, we kind of got to wrap everything up from those first two, and we got to please the fans because they're really pissed off with us about Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So we'll just make this a ton of fan service." And I remember coming out of that theater seeing it the first time, like, this is the best Star Wars movie ever. And then I rewatched it a second time. I still haven't watched it a third time yet, but I remember watching it the second time and I was like, oh no, I was just blind. Like, I was just blinded by all the excitement that it was actually
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, you're talking about which episode again?
Episode 9.
Yeah.
The Rise of Skywalker.
I was disappointed with it, bro. I walked out of that too, like, just being like, it was cool. You know, I guess they kind of went where they wanted to go with it, but it was just like, yeah, no, this wasn't the finale I was expecting. Wow, bro.
Derek White, are you kidding me?
103.
You know when I said that I was expecting him to be the offensive answer? He just shut me right up because he's got 21 points on 5-7-3. That dad strength, Derek White.
Papa. 21. Come on, Steph.
Offensive rebound. There we go.
Bro. It's getting good over here, ladies and gents.
I thought that was close to a travel.
Come on now.
Nope, Peyton.
I can't leave that open. Let him
shoot
Big
back. L.
No way.
Big L.
Whoa. This is, see, man, you just can't count this Celtics team out, bro.
Al Horford is good.
It's crazy.
Wow, 106-103. See, man, this Celtics team, man, is just so crazy because after that third quarter, like, you wouldn't have expected anything. And they're coming out here and just coming out on fire to start the fourth, hitting almost every three I feel like I've seen them take this quarter.
Yeah, this ain't cool, bro.
Like, this is why, shout out to Slater who called in and said Warriors in 5, or like people who think the Celtics have no chance in this series. Right. You can't doubt this Celtics team. Really I doubted them numerous times this playoffs, and at this point, I just have to believe. You got to believe in Green. See Green. See Us Rise was one of their playoff things, which was terrible. I don't know what their playoff.
See Us Rise.
Yeah, See Us Rise.
See Us Rise.
Yeah, it was like See Us Rise. It was just, it was not very creative. Not the best tagline of postseason play, that's for sure.
Celtic, you ready to watch the game? That's kind of what it feels like, bro. Just some like random thing thrown. I see what they were going with, but it's just thrown together. But yeah, man, it's getting tough. It's getting a little hot and sweaty over here. Well, as the game is rolling on, I'm getting a little nervous, but I got faith in the Warriors, so we gonna see what's up.
Oh yeah, we gonna be all right.
But yeah, Kenobi, they really served those first 3 episodes well. Very much looking forward to episode 4. Yeah, I think Reva's been, and just her story in general. And I don't know if this is something that you picked up on. So in the first episode, the very first scene where it like zooms into where they're in the Jedi Temple, right, with the kids. And the first kid that they show is a young, it seems, like a little black girl, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's kind of where, you know,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so I feel like that's it just seems like they're tying Reva's story in really, like it's going to be tied in really close, and we don't know where.
I heard a theory that she may turn good at the
right.
end. So that could connect with that, where it's like she was in the Jedi Temple, she got somehow saved during the Order 66 purge, and somehow that's a good man. I didn't know.
So we don't know, right?
We don't know, and that's what's so. I think that's what they've done so great is that like we know what happens to Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in the end of like their stories, right? But like as like in terms of this story, we don't know where it's going to go next, and I think that's very exciting.
And that's the.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say.
I was going to change points, so go
just
ahead.
Another thing with Reva, where at the end of her conversation with Darth Vader, where Darth Vader is like, you know, either you bring me Kenobi and I make you the Grand Inquisitor, or you're not going to live to regret it. You feel me? So that just kind of placed it right there, where it's like, okay, that's her, what her ultimatum basically in this series. I don't necessarily see her making it out alive in this series. I think there's going to be a fatal ending to her story in episode 6. But again, like you said, we don't know if she's going to turn good at the end or if she's just going to stay, committed to this dark side persona. And it's just like, you don't know if like she's trying to kill Kenobi. You don't know if she's just trying to like take Kenobi. It's like, because Darth Vader, even with Darth Vader being like, I know your true intentions. You want to be Grand Inquisitor. And I just got the sense I'm like, I don't feel like that's her true intention. I feel like she wants more. I don't know exactly what she wants. Damn, bro. But I just feel like she wants not the ball. Oh, man.
Big Al.
Oh, that's freaking crazy, dog.
I can't believe it. Big Al.
Crazy. That's insane.
Big Al.
How is that possible?
Yep, Celtics are 7 for 7 in this quarter for threes.
Wow.
That's the.
Come on, Steph. See,
I guess like I said earlier, I said if you want to beat the Warriors, you kind of got to beat them at their own game, and then I said don't try to outshoot the Warriors, and here we are in the fourth quarter outshooting the Warriors. So
they're not moving at all. This is terrible basketball, bro. That's terrible basketball.
Good box out, Derek. Good box out.
It's looking like the Celtics about to steal this game, bro, because the Warriors are getting torn apart right now. Boom, boom, pat. That's good. And one.
Oh,
come on. Let's go.
All right.
Turn this around.
All right. First missed 3. All right. Let's
get this run.
Let's keep it going. Keep the energy up. Keep the defensive energy up. Ooh, Tatum on Curry. I don't know if I like that. Definitely don't like Al on Curry.
Steph.
Bang.
Dang, bro. We don't need that. Going for the 2.
Definitely don't like Al on Curry. That's for sure. But
see, these are the moments where you get kind of frustrated as a Warrior fan, bro. This is a good teaching moment because it's like, it's always fun with the Warriors, obviously, when they're up and they're doing good. But then it's just like, bro, I love Steph Curry, but it's like you don't need a 3 in that situation. Get the quick 2. Obviously, the Celtics have all the momentum, It's just those moments where it's just like, dang. But no, that fourth quarter, man, I mean, you guys are just shooting lights out, and the Warriors are underestimating Al Horford, bro. And now in terms of three-point shot, they're giving it to him. So that's going to be one of those adjustments where it's like, okay, y'all beat us in game 1, but we know for the rest of the series, Al Horford ain't shooting this ball.
No,
like that,
no.
You feel me?
No, and I mean, Derek White's not going to shoot that well from 3 either this whole series. So you got to take it for what it is and work it. I was just going to look up because I was wondering how deep both teams were going. I mean, the Warriors have played 8, Celtics have played 9, but Tice has only played 6 minutes compared to everyone else. But every one of the starters besides Looney has played over 30 minutes so far. The Celtics, Tatum's played 38, Jalen's played 34, Al's played 29. And for them to kind of bounce back like that after a quick turnaround has been surprising for me because I thought they were going to kind of get run out and it was going to be a longer game. And especially, like I said, after that third quarter where they got outscored by 14, I thought it was going to be tougher. But Celtics have come out and responded really well in this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown with 10 points on 4 for 4 from shooting. Jaylen Brown. I continue to be made a fool of on my initial tweet when Jaylen Brown was drafted.
Jeez.
I continue to be made look dumb, and I'm so glad that I look stupid. And I go back to that tweet all the time just to see me being like, we drafted Jaylen Brown. I hope it's just a trade piece. Because was it? Oh no, because was Brown the one that was it Brown or Tatum? One of them was drafted, and everyone got mad because they wanted to trade that pick for Jimmy. At whenever time it was. I forget which time. So it's like, it was cool to see, like, it was just kind of a poetic thing to see, like, them eliminate Jimmy in that round to be like, yeah, you guys wanted Jimmy, but guess what? We got this young guy instead.
Mr. Jaylen Brown.
Did
he miss the first free throw?
He did. I'm going to look up the tweet because I think you're going to like it when I find it.
I am displeased right now, bro. But this is the thing, it's like, this is the other side of the coin where he missed both, bro. Where it's like, it's not always a good thing, I guess, with having full time off, right? But it's
that's a good point as well.
No, I feel like the Warriors are just getting lackadaisical. There's moments where they're on, and then you just see moments where they're just not moving at all. And the thing about basketball, bro, like the key to success in basketball in general, is movement, whether on the ball or off the ball. Off the ball movement is just as important, if not more important than on the ball, moving with the ball. Because that's just going to get the defense just moving. And you just see countless times and times again that, when a team gets stagnant, they're just playing one-on-one hero ball, and it's just frustrating. And that's kind of where I was reading something it seems with the Bulls, bro, with Zach LaVine, they're getting the front. It's all rumors, but
hearsay.
They're saying supposedly that the front office is slowly but surely getting closer to feeling like maybe not giving Zach LaVine the max, or maybe getting a sign and trade, which again, I love Zach LaVine. I very much enjoy having him on the Bulls, but if we can get, if we can make it work, right? If we can get the right trade or get the right pieces in a Zach LaVine sign and trade, I would not be opposed to that. It's like, I think Zach LaVine can be a winner, but it's just like, I don't know, a mixture of like, you don't know what his health situation is, and then you don't necessarily know how like championship motivated. I think he wants to be great, and I don't know, who you don't necessarily know with him. But I think if we do keep him, let's go. Oh, come on, man. If they do keep him, I think we still have a good shot at messing around. It's just how much does he want it, and how much do the Bulls want it?
Yeah, and I think trying to think of the best way to say it without stumbling over my words. I'm just very curious to see how that story unfolds, like how that goes about. Like, are they gonna try to offer Zach first, trying to promise him that they're gonna get another star, or like, are they gonna sign him and be like, hey, we prefer you take a discount so we can try to bring in these other players? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm curious, like, as that conversation, I don't think they can start talking till July, I believe. Right. Yeah. I don't know how it works with like your own free agents, if he's restricted or unrestricted, all those details. But it will be interesting to see how that conversation and those talks unfold. Yeah. How the Bulls look to get better from last year. I mean, to be fair, it was like the Bucks just came out and kind of handled them that series, and the Bucks were the defending champions, so it's hard for anyone to beat the Bucks. Yeah. Like I doubted the Celtics from beating the Bucks. So, wow.
Just all ice cold. Jacks.
Ice cold.
They're taking terrible shots, bro. No movement. Cold. No movement. They're thinking too much. The Celtics defense is just fantastic right now, bro.
And we are at 2:17 with 2 minutes left. Frankie Tongues is currently sweating it out right now. He's hoping that no points are scored in these last 120 seconds. And I was going to say, and Derek White was about to say, "See you later." But
see you later.
He needs. I think he said 2:19 in the hook. So
let's go. What?
Offensive. What? How many mouth guards do you think Steph goes through in a season?
82.
You think he has a new one every game?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know, man, because like I remember making a mouth guard for hockey, and I bet it's a much deeper process where like you have to like basically like put it in like boiling water and then put it in your mouth just to like form it to your teeth. Yeah, I would hate to do that 82 times in a year. I'd get pissed. But then I could see the NBA also having like a mold of his mouth just so they can like print them, like just like put that in there so he doesn't have to put it in his own mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is insane, bro.
The Celtics are.
This is nuts.
I haven't seen them shoot lights out like this in a fourth quarter in like forever.
This is insane.
They just completely took over this fourth quarter. Sorry to Frankie Tongues for that under. I liked it for most of this game.
17-0 run, bro. That's ridiculous, dude. That's why I held my words back, bro, because I was like, I'm confident at the end of that third quarter. I was like, I'm confident in the Warriors, but something's telling me that these Celtics are going to come back, bro, and they are freaking lighting it up.
Good save. Good save.
That's the passion right there.
Yeah, that's the passion. The passion gets to the best of us, absolutely. 117-105 with a minute left in the fourth quarter. Celtics have absolutely dominated this fourth quarter, 39-13. Just completely handled them, just handled the Warriors, and kind of was, I think, like I said, there was and one.
That's the nail in the coffin right there, bro.
Big Al.
My cheers have turned from yo to ah.
I still think they're gonna split these first two.
Oh,
so.
it's all in good spirits, man.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying it.
Series.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a great series.
I'm happy for you, to be honest, bro. I think
thanks, man.
I am.
Thanks, man.
I'm a mature fan, man. But also, if this were the Bulls, this would be a different story.
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Like,
completely fair.
I definitely want the Warriors to win. I think they still can win, but this is just a testament of the Warriors or of the Celtics season and their squad, and they want it, man. And now this is gonna wake up the Warriors, bro. They're gonna be like, all right, now we see what's up. They're not a team to snooze on. This is fun. This is a fun series, and yeah, the Warriors are thinking, oh, it's all gonna be easy money, right? Without the easy money sniper. Oh, BossDan's posting it up now.
No, my dad needs to. My dad said Big Al. He said Big Al's having a game, so I gotta show him the shirt I'm wearing to let him know.
Nuts, man. Nuts. What is it, 120 to 105 right now?
Yes.
How did this turn around, ladies and gents? Crazy.
40-13 in the fourth quarter. That's how it turned around.
It's a game of streaks, dude. And
yep. And the Celtics went on the final streak that put the nail in the coffin on game one. Look at awesome. See, and Tatum had 12 points. I mean, to be fair, you're not going to get Al shooting 6 of 8 and Derek White and Al combined for 11 threes.
26 points from Al Horford.
That's not going to happen every game. So you're going to need Tatum to wake the heck up the next game because Al and Derek White are not going to put up those numbers consistently.
Smart, 4%. Everybody's just hitting shots, dude. I mean, y'all came to play, bro. You gotta respect that. You feel? You gotta salute that, and it's. Wow, that's tough for the Warriors, man. They didn't expect that. I could tell you right now, they did not expect Al Horford to have 26 points, and they didn't expect Derek White to have 21 points, and they didn't expect Marcus Smart to be balling like he is. So adjustments will be made. We're gonna try to get this game too, but wow, Atlanta
first finals appearance. So he had the record for most playoff games without a finals appearance.
That's crazy. I remember when he was a rookie, man, with Joakim. That's just nuts.
That Florida Gators team was crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that Joakim just hasn't been in the league for years.
Yeah, and Al's still playing.
Yeah,
it is kind of crazy to think about.
It's a long time. That's how you know we're getting old, bro. Because I remember that Celtics first round series against Al Horford's Hawks. Yeah,
and they went to Game 7 with Mike Bibby, Joe Johnson.
That was a really fun series.
That was a great series.
A monster was attacking, but the team
monster
because with Nero they could problem solve together.
Where is that coming
from? Find the answer that was right under their.
Stop.
Stop that, computer. Speaking of computers taking over the world, right? Jeepers creepers. Mind of its own.
Trying to tell me what to do.
A mind of its own. 15-point game, 25 seconds. Warriors fans, we still have a chance to come back. Damian Lee drains the three-pointer. Bielitsa. Jordan Poole. Oh, no, it's my guy, Toscano Anderson.
Bang.
Man.
To cut the lead.
We needed that Bielitsa 3 earlier. Oh.
Alrighty.
Oh, well, we're going to slowly wrap this up.
As the game wraps up itself. That fourth quarter just changed the game.
That's
literally
crazy.
Tilted the game on its axis and just created chaos.
BossDan. Wait, is this broken? Hold up. Good sir. Please, the honor of the game one bell ring from BossDan.
Game 1 goes to your Boston Celtics.
Wow.
Final 120-108. Steph with 34 points. He had 21 of those in the first quarter. Big Al with 26 himself, 6 of 8. Outscored Golden State by 24th in the fourth quarter. That is tied for the largest point differential in any quarter in NBA Finals history. I couldn't believe that. I'm
stunned.
I'm stunned too. I can't believe that fourth quarter happened. I still can't believe
that was
it.
Nuts.
But like we both said, you can't expect Al Horford and Derek White to shoot like that all series. But you're expecting Tatum to score more. You're expecting other guys to produce as well on both sides as well. The Warriors definitely will come back with a message on Sunday. Sunday's game is going to be the Warriors are going to come out swinging like they did today, and they're not going to kind of fall apart like they did in the fourth quarter today. And
they got to look at that film and see where they fell apart and flustered, man. Because that was not good.
It's going to be an interesting film session for the Warriors, and
for sure.
And I know the Celtics are sitting there thinking about how they still got 3 games to go, and as they call themselves, road dogs.
Road dogs.
Now 15-4 on the road in the playoffs. They continue to win on the road. Which, if they can get another, taking at least one from the Warriors at home was what I was expecting. If they can get game 2 somehow, I'm going to be very, very, very happy. But I'm very content with getting at least one on the road before heading back to Boston for games 3 and 4 on Wednesday, and I'm assuming Saturday.
You guys did what you needed to do and more, man. Warriors couldn't take care of business, bro. This was the one we needed. But just like we were saying with the Celtics winning or Celtics losing game 1, Warriors lost game 1. We'll see, and all they have to do is obviously win game 2, but then go into the Boston Garden, steal 1, and then it'll. Probably be a 2-2 series. Yep. We'll go from there.
We will go from there. So I guess we'll kind of just start to wrap up as the game wraps up itself. Thank you all. Wow, we were on for a while. I guess we were just watching the whole game.
Yeah, we just watched the whole game.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to our callers. Thank you to our favorites, Barry and Frankie Tongues. Shouts out to Slater in Cali.
Slater.
I mean, hey, his prediction, Warriors in 5, is still kind of true. The Warriors just have to win
4 in a row, man.
They just got to win 4 in a row, which isn't impossible. But I'm not liking his prediction. I like the other predictions of the Celtics.
But Al Horford just got left hanging.
Of course he did. He definitely has some awkward moments. 120-108 final from San Francisco from the Chase Center. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week. It will be just after Game 3, so we'll have more series reactions by that point. And as the series goes on, we'll talk about more, and we'll talk about plenty of stuff next week. So thanks for all our commenters, Sean, Austin, Ty, Coop, Beantownification, also for tuning in and commenting. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. And like I said, we'll be back next week. So hope you all have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather out there. And starting to enjoy that summertime. Hope someone else gets to the beach. Join Slater out there on the coast. Get some waves in, But thank you all for tuning in. We love you guys.
Before we head out, I just want to add one last drop.
Oh, please do.
Got new music dropping in half an hour. Actually, here if you're in the Chicago time zone, 12 o'clock Eastern, AM. Got new single with my guy Swank Sinatra and myself, produced by our guy Mickey C and myself. New single called Full Rotation, dropping on all platforms tonight. So y'all get in tune with that. No, we can't play it over here because it's got swear words, but we'll play it next week. But yeah, definitely tune all of your platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel, SoundCloud. Full Rotation by Swank Sinatra and your boy G Money G Note, coming out tonight. So definitely get in tune with that. But that's my only drop, man.
Heck yeah. Make sure to tune into that as soon as it drops. I'm definitely gonna be tuning that tonight. I'm not gonna be able to sleep actually when I get home, so I'm definitely gonna tune into that tonight.
Appreciate you, boss.
So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you check out that single. I believe I was I in the studio session for that one?
You were, but that was the first song we did, and you weren't there yet.
Okay. So I missed it. So I actually am excited for that because I'm excited to hear something new that I haven't heard yet. I always like that when G Money drops stuff that I haven't heard yet. That's always good to get it with a fresh ear instead of it is great to hear the process, but I kind of like going into it blind, just like kind of no expectations, And
that's what I really like doing in general. I'm very, very closed and in the vault, even with my close friends with my music, because I enjoy giving them that experience, that natural, just first listening experience, and I feel like that's how you're supposed to listen to music, with no expectations, go into it, and then be happily surprised, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But thank you all for tuning in. Anything else to say?
No.
Make sure to tune into that single tonight.
Mm-hmm. More content dropping on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you check back in that Chris Orange interview. I'm telling you guys, there was a lot of good things said last week.
Absolutely.
Make sure you tune into that. Make sure to keep tuning in. Go Seas, baby. Thanks, Ty. Go Seas. Love the Seas. And we'll be back with more talk next week. So thank you all for tuning in. We love you guys. Let's go out with the tune again.
Yeah. Appreciate all of our listeners, all of our viewers. Shout out to all of our new subscribers. Make sure if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, comment on all of our videos, any video that you may enjoy. And hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. It's crazy atmosphere out here.
Yes, please be safe.
And take care of your family, priorities, and have a good weekend.
Love you guys.
Go Blur.
Always go Blurs. Always.